Here to pick up the pieces. Here to pick up the pieces. Let the place look good, my brother. Let the place keep clean, my sister. Let the place look good, my brother. Let the place keep clean, my sister. So come along, my brother. Come along, my sister. Come along, my brother. Come along, my sister. Here to pick up the pieces. Here to pick up the pieces. Here to pick up the pieces. Let the place look good, my brother. Let the place keep clean, my sister. Let the place look good, my brother. Let the place keep clean, my sister. So come along, my brother. Come along, my sister. 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 Here to pick up the pieces. Here to pick up the pieces. Let the place look good, my brother. Come along, sister. Come along, brother. Come along, sister. Here to pick up the pieces. Here to pick up the pieces. Let the place clean, my sister. Let the place clean, my brother. Let the place clean, my sister. Come along, my come along, come along, come along, my come along.
Good morning, welcome to the program for today. Today is Tuesday the 6th of June. No, 7th. I'm so sorry. Tuesday the 7th of June 2022. And here we are at the studio of Bess FM from 10 till after 10 o'clock till 2 o'clock every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I'm your host, Jerry Small. And we welcome your calls and your participation. The numbers are 619-1508, 619-1508 and 279-8473. 279-8473. A few years ago, how many years ago? A few years ago, 2017, 5 years ago, a young man was murdered by some security guard in Cheapside, St. Elizabeth. Cheapside, South St. Elizabeth. Was a 36-year-old man named Ailey Clackin. Both his parents are Rastafari, and he was a 36-year-old teacher and former journalist. And him started to suffer from some mental illness, mostly depression. And sometimes when he suffer from them illness, him do some strange things. Well, him did climb up on top of an armored car, one of the armored car belonging to one of the security companies that, you know, those cars, armored cars, carry large amounts of money to people to pay out them pay bill and them kind of thing. They deliver money to bank for people and all them kind of thing there. I can't remember what date of June it was, but it was sometime in June, late June, sometime late in June. I want to talk to him family 5 years later, because I'll know 5 years later the government is helping the security government to, the security company, to cover up the guilt and the case, cover up the case and cover the guilt. Highly clacking. Yeah, the numbers are 619-1508, 619-1508 and 279-8473. 279-8473. The government of England, now run by Boris Johnson, them running into some serious problem recently because of behaving just like them offshoot the government of Jamaica. The government of Jamaica is an offshoot of the government of England, and them behave same way. So when them have the restrictions on the people, about COVID restrictions and no movement, no party, no this, no that, both the government of Jamaica and the government of England, led by the Prime Minister, them keep all kind of party and function and violate all of the rules. All of the rules and laws that them imposing on the people, they violate them under the cover of them security and privacy and secrecy. But most time it leak out still, you know, just like in Jamaica. But in England now, the English people have more authority over them government more than the Jamaica people. Jamaica people have no authority over the government. And the English people frequently, the police first go investigate the Prime Minister of England and find him guilty of a crime. I think he must have to pay all some money. Find him guilty of a crime, so him violate the COVID regulation. And then now the English people organize and decide to test whether they want to run him out of the Prime Minister's office. And yesterday there was the first test. Him pass the test narrowly. He might still do pass later on down the line, but that is just to show that the English people have more control and say in the running of them government more than the Jamaica people, because Jamaica is not really an independent country. Another thing that is very interesting is I saw a video clip that a lot of people been sending around of an adult female in a classroom with several students, But the video clip didn't record the beginning of the problem. Whoever was recording the problem on the video clip, most likely on a phone, started to record after the problem reached a physical fight. But we see in the beginning of the video clip a adult female at a blackboard in a classroom and several students in there. And one male student looking like about 15, 16, 17-year-old. Expressing some anger and immediately trying to strike the adult female. I don't know if the adult female did do anything before that or if she did say something that make him a so-called snap. Would really like to find out what was the beginning of that problem of an adult in a classroom with some high school students, teenagers. And we see a video clip of a few seconds maybe. I don't think it's as much as 30 seconds. Escalating into a physical fight between the adult female and the teenager male. And after a while, several teenager males in the class attempt to hold on the male teenager to prevent him from further attacking the female adult. I don't know if she first did attack him, but he did take up a desk and attempt to assault her with the desk. I would really like to find out what is the beginning of that problem. So the numbers are 619-1508, 619-1508, and 279-8473, 279-8473. Okay, I'm plugging in this way. I might get a phone call, you know. Yes, we have some music to play. Most of the music yesterday we never get to play. One almost about 2 or 3 pieces of music we get to play yesterday. But here we go now, starting the program with a telephone call. Good morning, welcome. Not quite yet. Good morning, welcome to the program.
Indeed, Brother Jerry.
Wagwan.
Yeah, man. Well, first of all, Jerry, I want to commend those students who intervened.
You know the name of the school?
I get it, it's Tivoli Gardens High School.
Tivoli.
Yeah. By the way, I hope I said it right, you know. I don't know.
Are you a police officer? Are you a retired police officer?
No, not at all.
You do have to use police speak. You know, there are certain police speak, but would have Antivali.
Yeah.
Would have Antivali. And dearly.
Indeed.
So, yeah, you say it's Tivoli Gardens. All right, do you know? Did you see the clip?
Yes, I saw the clip.
But that clip didn't record the problem from when it started.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned that because that was the first thought that came to mind when I saw the clip. You know, put it this way. Either it started at that point, which was not from the beginning, or it was edited to only show that point.
I suspect that the students in the class, when they saw the trouble break out, somebody quickly started recording. So usually you don't get the trouble right from the beginning because people weren't really expecting that.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So I understand that it was a parent-teachers. I think it was the head of the parent-teachers for that school there, the adult lady, the adult that was there at the blackboard.
Yeah. Oh, I see what you mean.
So when you heard that it's Tivoli High School, did you hear that in the public or you heard that privately?
I heard that in the public.
It came over the ear or somewhere else that it was Tivoli School?
Indeed, it came over the ear. As a matter of fact, Gary, to add to that, I gather that the principal of the said school was so overwhelmed by what happened that he fainted and was taken to the hospital for medical attention.
Hold on, him came into the scene there same time or when him hear him faint?
I'm not sure of the detail, but I gather that when he got an understanding of what took place.
Him faint?
He fainted, yes.
Well, you know, Tivoli is not a place for the faint-hearted.
Tell me about it.
So you don't hear anything about what caused the dispute?
No, not at all. I'm sure. Well, hopefully that will come forth soon. As a matter of fact, Jerry, I'm wondering if this will be just seen as yet another incident, or there will be some kind of intervention because it's another one too many.
All are too many. But you remember a few years ago, a woman, a female teacher.
Yeah.
I understand that she was being taunted or some behavior by a male student got her aggravated, and I think it was a Pembroke Hall school, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
And she said that she will murder. She said repeatless, I will murder, me will murder you and them kind of thing. It happened all the while, and many of them are not reported.
Yeah. Oh, I see what you mean. But I'm not
Your mouth, put your mouth nearer to the phone, please.
Oh, sorry about that. I'm happy you mentioned that, because I gather that when her background was checked, her record, she's really a teacher who performed,
Yes, I heard that was a very successful teacher.
Yes. But when certain things get on top of your nerves, Jerry, and especially when you're having day-to-day struggles and issues otherwise.
Yeah.
Sometimes it can push you to the breaking point.
Yeah, she did make an apology and said that she was really, she was really under stress. But teaching is a very stressful occupation in a place like Jamaica,
Exactly. And I have a feeling that it is worse if the students come from, certain areas.
It's not the area. It's not even the area. Is the culture that might exist in parts of the area. In the poor sections of the community, especially in the cities in Jamaica.
Yes.
You have a combination of bad and cruel behavior, and on the other hand, some of the most disciplined and quiet households and families in the same community,
Absolutely. Absolutely, And it's always interesting when you see that in spite of the indiscipline and the cross behavior and the negative influences around, there are still students who manage.
But what could a parent-teacher officer apparently come to address a class? I don't know what she was doing there. Or if she was passing by and heard disturbance in there, because sometimes visitors to school, especially if they are attached to the school, parents, friends of the school, people who are attached, like all even a past and all them way, and I hear problem are going on in school. Sometimes them intervene because the school is them quite familiar with the school. I was asked to give a talk to some fourth form, like it said 10th grade, 9 or 10th grade student at high school there in a Wellness constituency. What name again, man? Forget what name.
Yeah.
But it's a high school that have a rough reputation. And while I was giving the talk in there, a whole lot of different disturbance. And if you're faint-hearted, I wouldn't even continue the talk.
Yes.
First, I saw, we were talking about 30 students in the class. Only about maybe 20 of them paying attention, and maybe 15 not paying no attention and do all kind of things. So I see a group of girls, I listen to them phone, I listen to the radio on them phone. So I while talking and say, what's that you listen to?
Yeah.
So them I listen to Raga Shanti.
Oh, yeah.
So I say, yeah. I say, why listen to Raga Shanti while you're inside the classroom? I don't go outside.
Yeah.
Them say them have to know go on and them have to keep up with Raga Shanti and so on. Some young girl must be about 14, 15,
How long ago was that, Jerry?
That was about 15 years, more than, no. That was about 10 years ago.
Oh.
A little more than 10 years ago. I think it happened in 2010,
Yeah.
It's happening either 2009 or 2010. I think it's 2009 or 2010. One of them years up.
Indeed.
So anyway, I continue again the talk, and the teacher is a good friend of mine, a Rastafari woman.
Yes.
invite me to give the talk. She's a teacher.
Yes.
And while me giving the talk, her phone ring 3 times
Yes.
and she answering the phone and I keep up conversation on the phone. So I said to her quietly in between, say,
Yes.
I don't think you should have really answer your phone inside of the classroom, you know.
Indeed.
And later on she told me that she get in trouble with the school administration for the same thing, answering her phone in the classroom and talking.
Imagine
So that
that.
was during the talk. I just slip and tell her that, you know. So I go on
Yes.
giving the talk, and little more I saw a young lady coming, a young girl, one of the student, about 14, 15, coming out of the class. And
Yes.
she go over a corner where some boys wasn't paying attention and them a keep up their own conversation. And she
Yes.
get in an argument with one of them. She start converse with one of them and it turn an argument. Meanwhile, me I get to talk, me I notice them thing, you know.
Yes. Yes.
And then I see the boy get up. I must say, I think him box after her.
What?
And then I take time walk across the way there, meanwhile giving the talk, and then when I reach over by him and him 3 friend them
Yes.
who I encourage him to aggravate the girl. I said to
Yes.
them, say, real man no really bring aggression to female, you know.
Indeed.
And him kick her in her belly, meanwhile me I talk to her.
What the devil you saying?
Kick her in her belly, big kicking her, she drop down.
Yes.
And commotion go on and go on. Well, I never physically try stop him. I never physically try. After that, from she drop down, you know, so I'm not really go out nothing more. But
Yes.
she was rushed to the doctor.
Yes.
The doctor said she come to school all the while without breakfast. A lot of the people at that school are in and various schools. Them go school sometime without no breakfast anyway.
Yes.
The doctor said that if she did eat breakfast that morning, she would be a dead girl.
Oh my
because
God.
of the situation of a full stomach and get that kick. So the doctor said, I don't know, I'm not a doctor. The doctor said that anyhow is a good thing so our family did so hard up that she never get breakfast that morning. Because anyhow she get the kick with a full belly. She would be dead. Because remember she passed out immediately as she get the kick, you know.
Look at that.
So then, and it was a Penwood school name.
Yes.
Penwood. I remember say a man named Mr. Chark or something like that. He must have a high reputation as a disciplinarian. And I think it's Calabar. No, he must take from another school and take him there to get the school under control. And him had a greater leader success. It's after that I think he was taken to Calabar. Or he must take from Calabar to there. I think he must take from there to Calabar because them always call him different place to solve problem.
Right. You know, Jerry, as I mentioned that, there was a voice note going around the other day. And I would love somebody to send you it.
Yeah.
You know, I can't verify it. But it had the voice of a man who claimed to be a teacher at a certain high school.
Yeah.
And he was saying one day in a class a teacher. And in here, a girl. Well, him actually said girl. This girl running at the class. And like the girl would have said, whoa, them a beat up the boy, small out the door. And when him go out the door, go look. Small happened to be the vice principal, you know. And about 3 or 4 youth have him on the ground, you know. And the man came have to rush to the scene. There was I think it was a metal or a concrete pole. And he had to swing around it with him and kick them off of the vice principal, you know.
All right, I'm going to tell you something a little more, but I want to let you in the next call. But right at that same school, little after that, a murder take place at the same school. Little after that, you know. Student kill student. But I forgot to call me back soon, please.
Indeed.
Next call. Good morning. Welcome.
Hey, I'm Jerry. Morning.
How are you doing, Marie?
Yeah, I'm great. You know, pursuant to, you know, we're talking about the school and what happened, that incident there, right?
Yeah.
There is something onto this guy. His name is Ron Williams. He's a student at Shortwood Teachers College. He's training to be a teacher. And he put this out, right? Like, so maybe this is what happened. I'm going to read it to you. It's just a little series of, like, messages. Today, a boy almost killed me with lick to my face and breast. Although I tried
Who is saying this? This
is something on social media that
who this happened to? Who this happened to?
This this is pertaining to the incident that happened at the school.
All right, go on.
Yes. Today, a boy almost killed me when licked to my face and breast. Although I tried to hit him down, I could not manage because he is much stronger. He is arrested and charged by the Denham Town Police. The boy came to my classroom selling ganja and moved the desk for gambling while I was teaching.
So it's not a parent-teacher lady then?
That the thing happened to? I guess she's a teacher.
Oh, so I probably it's bad information when I was told it was a parent-teacher.
Probably.
Not parent-teacher, no. Officer of the Parent-Teachers Association.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
All right, go on, tell us, please.
I'm saying, yeah, he said he was on suspension from May 30th to June 6th. Some he shouldn't be in school. The principal fainted and was rushed to the hospital. Yeah. So I'm saying, you see, Jerry, when I saw the incident in the social media, the video, right?
Yeah.
You know what came to mind? You know, I'm saying that the delinquency that we are seeing in our schools nowadays, you see, Jerry.
Yeah.
I remember watching school parodies, movies that parodies high school in American thing. You remember To Serve with Love?
That was England. Well, in America, you had a movie named Blackboard Jungle.
And Cooley High. But there's this one too, Jerry, that in America with a young Sherry Lee Ralph. Her mother was Ivy Ralph.
Yeah.
You know? Yes. And this one was called A Piece of the Action.
Yeah.
Where young Sherry Lee Ralph, she played this part to the hill, Jerry, where she tell off this social worker about bourgeoisie, way, because she said she come from an highfalutin neighborhood and want come down in the ghetto, come say she had TM people, because when I see Jerry, people might think say my chat so much. Like I said, Jerry.
Come on for that. Don't go in on that, Marie. Go and tell about the teacher.
Answer every question, yes. So when I research, that came to mind, and I researched and found the movie, because I remember Sherry Lee Ralph, because she's of Jamaican stock. And when she tell off the teacher, I may say, those things are TM, Jerry, to what, I don't know, what is happening in our Jamaican schools. Is it like we become so Americanized?
No, it's long time. Listen. It's long time. From me, I go high school, 1958.
Yeah.
Boy, I carry gun go to school.
Really?
What man I said, not in 58, but by 63, 64, boy, I sell ganja.
Mm-hmm.
And somehow we are smoke all herb in high school too. And all kind of different things. And the smoking herb is almost minor to some other directly criminal thing.
Yes.
Boy, I hold up boy and I take away. And when I say hold up, I mean serious enough. Hold up boy with weapon and I take away their money every day. And cut boy too and all kind of thing. I rode at school, all kind of thing. And I know this are going.
Yeah.
And I know this are going. And then when you have two parties like JLP and PNP, who facilitate the industrialization of crime in Jamaica.
Yeah.
64 years ago when I go to school, till now, and then the activity at JLP and PNP from 1949 till now, from 46 till now, the gun war between JLP and PNP.
Yeah.
It's surprising that it's not worse than it's there. By the way, so therefore the teacher, knowing that the boy not supposed to be at school because him suspension not supposed to up till the 6th.
Till the 6th of June,
and yes, apparently it's yesterday the thing happened, or the day before, or Friday.
That's it. The video came out. I don't say any date on the video.
All right, yesterday was the 6th, so probably wasn't to be there till today. Anyway, for some reason, the lady looked like she probably accosted him. And then when we saw the... Hold on, please. When we saw the clip, they were near to the blackboard.
Yes.
And he was near to her, and then the next thing we see him strike out against her. And then you see the fight and so on. So now if him is selling ganja there, you have a lot of people, you have a lot of boys of them age. Not only selling ganja, they are a part of adult gangs.
Yes.
They are keeping gun for adult, they are selling ganja for adult, them doing everything for adult. Them go call them sister for adult and all them kind of way.
Yeah.
And a school in that area is tougher than most schools.
Yeah. Yeah. Because you know what, Jerry? You see, the school system is divided into two classes, Jerry, right? You have the upper, and I'm talking societal now, right? Upper class and lower class. Certain children go to certain schools based on their academics. Based on their academics, Jerry. So you find, say, that a Campion, even though children from an inner city community will go to Campion, but the fact of the matter is that, maybe the children that go to a Campion may be more well behaved than the children that go to a Denham Town or Tivoli.
No, maybe it's more likely that maybe discipline and enforcement.
Yeah.
Is not violated. Violation of it is not tolerated as much as Campion.
Yeah. Yes. So you find that, because I remember years ago, I was talking to a teacher, Jerry, and she said she could not teach at a Denham Town or a Tivoli or a school like that. She have to be in a Campion because she couldn't manage. Because Jerry, teaching is a calling, Teacher not just that, because teachers on a given day have to be social workers, they have to be parents, they have to be so many things to a class of, and these schools to Jerry, these inner city schools, to them class sizes are 40 and 50, almost speaking in a one class, Jerry. You understand me? Compared to like maybe a Campion, a Woolmer's, or that we might have a maximum of like maybe 30 children in a classroom. So a teacher now have to deal with all those different personalities. And that is the anecdotal story that you just gave. Plenty people come to school hungry and so, Jerry, no meal, So when you come to school in that form, there is a lot of things that, aggression and all of that might come out.
And worse than that. My friend who invite me there.
Yeah.
Them have complaint against her, the teaching system that she using her phone in the class.
Okay.
And when I'm there giving a talk, she do the same thing at least 3 times. And I said that to her. It's after that she tell me, say, boy, them really have her up for that because them have complaint against her. So if a teacher is doing that, she's not going to have that amount of control or influence. But
exactly, she's not, because she already, a teacher said, from the first time you step into a classroom, Jerry, you have to command that respect from that very moment you step into that classroom.
And not only that, at schools like that, and at every school, but especially at schools like that, the tougher ones are going to test you from day one.
Exactly. Jerry, at Woolmer's, when a teacher came into the form room, you stood up, good morning, and when the teacher is leaving, Jerry, back then, I don't know what's going on now, because so much things have changed. But when the teacher is leaving, you have to stand up. And that rule book was given to you when you went for orientation. That's why sometimes, Jerry, I have a problem when parents now come and say, oh, you want me to do this? But when little John did pass him exam and did come to school for orientation, Jerry, that rule book was given to you and you signed off on it. So why now in midstream you want to change the rules to conform to where you probably can't control your yard? Or something you see, Jerry, maybe I'm wrong.
We have to go to our next call, but a lot of the parents and sometimes even the school board or the PTA do some terrible thing. Remember when Lisa and one PNP people down in our Lisa and a constituency organize the school population to demonstrate against her, and them send bus go up at the school for them come down at the square, come demonstrate, and one little girl run go catch the bus and drop down and dead. Remember?
No, I don't remember that.
All right, we have to go to our next call. Call me back, yeah?
Yeah. All right, Jerry. Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Next call. Good morning. Welcome.
Good morning, my time.
Yes, sir. Please.
I'm the blind teacher from
Yes, sir. Go on.
Not much. You spoke about a particular school that you gave a speech.
Yeah.
Well, I happen to teach at that school.
Yeah.
That was the last school I taught before I retired.
Oh, yeah, sir. Tough school.
Pardon me?
Tough school.
Anyhow, I retired at 2008.
Yeah.
Now, there are several things I want to say. I guess another day I will have to continue it. But I want to make some comments about that school and some others.
a lot of things that you hear people making noise now, as you say, a long time then something they go on.
Mm-hmm.
And they go on now. One of the reasons why we don't hear much is because you know on social media, Facebook, blah 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 blah. You understand now?
Yeah, you're same time.
Pardon me?
You're hearing the same time. You're hearing about it the same time. Good, go ahead.
Yes, and not only here at the same time, it is more publicized now more than before.
Yeah.
There's hardly anything now that I hear on the radio that I have not seen and experienced.
Yes.
When you teach at school like Calabar and JC and Penwood, which I have, you have almost seen it all. I'm going to touch on a little thing about bullying and so on. I walk into a class already at Calabar, right? And when I walk in there, I see first form, I see little boys crying and so on. A big boy from a foot from just walk in, grab the boy, John Sport. John Sport was the popular bag in the thing there.
Yeah.
Shake out him book, something like that, and go with the bag.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And many things worse than that happen at Calabar. But as I told you before, they try and cover it down to keep the good name of the school.
No good name. If you pretend a good name. Remember some Calabar boy bully a teacher, take away all them phone, mash it up, and all a track star who used to be a symbol of good behavior. Female swell on him, I'll do it, and then worse now the teacher was an albino, you know, this unusually complexion person and so on. And them a pressure him over that. All kind of things them a pressure. All kind of things. And then the school board, including a well-known clergyman, was backing the student them. And even a certain teacher who had a good reputation as a disciplinarian and principal, him apparently did all condone certain things and Calabar, all kind of spoiled, get rotten.
All those things that you heard here about it, I believe it happened. And I know worse than that happened. And athletes and footballers get away with a lot of things. And during that time, when that happened, there were a number of past students, even past head boy, who from Calabar call and start to spill the guts about what had happened before.
Yes.
What athletes get away with. And
you remember when the reverend who was either chairman of the school board or something was backing the behavior of the board and all kind of thing?
Yes.
Disgrace. A guy who pretend like he was a very fair-minded and reasonable person. Disgrace. He was so beholden to be in line with the Calabar cult, because most of these schools have a cult wrong them, including Jamaica College, the one that I went to. Right now, Jamaica College in a disarray because of some tribal war going on between old boy, them rich old boy and richer old boy and super rich old boy and all them.
I'm going to give two. I was in the staff room. Well, I guess the person won't mind when I call his name. He was Liebert or Hebert Alleman or something like that. He used to coach.
Coach. I know. Yeah.
He used to coach Excelsior.
Yeah, man. Yeah, go ahead. What happened?
Okay, he said to me, and he called me one name. He said to me, Mr. Smith, and I called my name. Why do something for me? Why do you have go up spice, one place on radios where we sell pastry. Spicy or sugar and spice.
Go ahead, man. We're going to hold up too much time if you try, remember.
Yeah, I know. He said, say why? He said, he want to go buy a birthday cake. For him, pick up a birthday. I said, for who? And he tell me it was a Bongo footballer. I said, no, I not do it. He said, why? I said, that the boy did not behave in my class and so on. He said, lie you tell. Because what happened with the coach and so on, they are very well behaved with the coach.
Yes.
They don't want to get dropped out of the team.
Yes.
Right? And so back to Penwood. Somebody asked, what caused the behavior of the students over there? Is it the students or the teachers? And I said, both. By the way, I should mention to you that school at Penwood, when I went there to teach, I taught the principal at school. The first time I was teaching the life, I taught him in 1969. And he go around, and that he became the principal. And he helped me a lot at university too, because I couldn't do certain maths and so on. But there is something I can't talk about here, that he had to run away, run out of the school. He couldn't even go back. I forgot to go with police guard to go over the school. because I can't talk in a way. I don't want to talk in a house.
Well, don't start things that you can't finish up.
All right. Let me talk it then.
No. Go on. No. Leave it up because I think we'll take an risk.
Yeah. Anyhow, when I applied for the job and I was called for the interview, he interviewed me along with the chairman of the school board and some other people. And they don't know that I know him and he don't know me that I know me. The beauty about it is it wasn't like my help out because I have a qualification and 30 odd years of teaching. So I was well qualified to get the job. Okay. In fact, the day when he interviewed me, I didn't even remember I was in Port Royal at JTA conference when I get a call. And he said, Smith, where you there? And I said, Coachy. He said, today interview, you know. And I jumped on my Mark X and drive come here and go to the interview and so on. But
them did have Mark X them time, ne?
Mark 2, sorry, Mark 2. My Mark 2.
What, Mark 2?
Yeah, I had a Mark 2. I have a Mark 2.
A hot car them, man?
Yeah, man, a powerful car, man, a big tank car. At that time, I tell you how I get it. I'm a wife, that was give me it.
Your wife what?
My wife gives me.
What you say?
She did know. My wife earn about 2.5. My salary, when my wife look on the salary, you see my wife upkeep and them thing there. When you get the upkeep and gas and them something there, that come like my salary. My salary to compare to my wife. I as long as I live, I never give my wife money yet, you know. She never asked me for it. I'm never spend no money at the house. Huh?
That's why you're spoiled, so.
My wife was assistant chief education officer, and there's a lady now who them were put on leave or something like that. Well, she and my wife, this was near to her own, and we didn't want it. At that time, that lady that is now on suspension didn't have a PhD. My wife had a PhD. You understand? But she's dead now anyhow. And I used to live in Spanish. I told you about it already, and I come back to Savlama here from whence I came, from Westmoreland.
All right, you have to go call us back and give us some more information. I will give you a next call.
I want to tell you next time about Penwood.
Yeah, man, next time. Call back later in the program. Thank you, yes, sir?
Yeah, another time I will tell you more.
All right, okay. Good morning. Welcome to the next caller. Morning, welcome.
I listen to the school thing, you know.
Oh, go on.
Yes, I listen to the school thing, and I remember in time a little bit ago, I told me a 46 now. Mark called me a 46. And I look back into my school days from primary, I remember some things, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I get to you, things from a barn and grow, right? Most of my life. Right, Kingston.
Yeah.
And I hear things are going on, you know. But, all right, my little girl, infant school, I can remember, and the parents were me go there and observe. Sit down for a time, and I go let her pick me and go, and sit down and observe, and I get there and observe, you know, just let her for a time, spend some time out in school, call and sit down and observe. And when I time, there I noticed a girl, you know, a little girl kind of rough.
Yeah.
And that would take talk. I say, talk her up, she just hard up on your back.
Yeah.
And I time like the teacher said, because them I notice the child how she perform, and she said, we give you an idea, you know, like, should we get involved with them, like them say, spend a day here with you know.
Yeah.
And we spend a day there and I see them child there, you know. I'm there in the class with the child, you know. So they get the child every work. Listen to me, because guess what? Listen to me, I get to youth and we know them think and pray. We just know if we talk to her, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just talk to her and read with her and I say, hey, that's the thing. You want people come cut you and say you walk this and you can't read. Eh? I mean, a pattern me a chat to you, I mean, I'm not English now, because pattern we know.
Yeah.
You know? And I did I mean, I talk to her and read with her and I say, you know, you're great though. You know, great things you can do. You know, you're powerful. Just, I use the energy.
Encouragement. You know? Coaching.
Encourage her. And that is what I think lack. You need to give the children this encouragement from them a little bit.
Yeah.
I can remember in time they have high school. I mean, I don't know if they did have the performance for their high school, but the high school they did there. And I can remember teachers say, if you want to learn, you learn. You don't want to learn, it's a fear business. And I think that was wrong.
Wrong. Hear this now. You're not a whole youth.
One girl.
Well, that is one I think. when you have less amount of youth, you usually pay more attention and are able to give give more attention. Now me love enough youth. And me have enough youth, but at the same time I know that when you can pay more time and attention, you usually even develop even better parenting skills. But not all of us can have the same numbers of children. Yeah, man, that's great.
But I guess reason, even the teacher of that child, let's try to reason with them more, because only thing that captivate the youth their mind, you know.
Yeah, only
I heard and learned about speeches modesty black, so them I use the TV and the media, I think was the exact word, to captivate the people their mind. Look on some things that some little children are watch. So nowadays, even cartoon nowadays is much more than when they little, you know.
Yeah, man.
Right? And the cartoon them is so vile and angry.
You're not holding nothing back.
Yeah, you know, so these children are grew up from them little bit after these things. They go up with the same attitude. Anger, violence. You know, so all the things go wrong, you know, my brother.
Yeah, man.
All the things go wrong, my brother. I tell you, we're not deep S.
Yeah,
you know?
I'm not surprised at the level of crime, this and that. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't be surprised if it was much worse.
Yeah, true.
Because the main crime where the British carry out against we, it make all of them multi-murder and all them things like nothing. And people are going to like English and all them and nice people and all them with it.
Yeah.
Wicked thing, I used to get used to it. Yet when I'm sorry for yourself, you know. Mustn't sit down every day just sorry for yourself, you know. It's one of the wickedest crimes that is on the earth.
Sure.
And that is what gives me some hope and faith that bad as things are, we will be able to take control of this place, yeah? And not even gangster now go overrun me. When the right time come, you hear me? All them gangsters will overrun government and politicians. When the right time come and the proper people take control of this place, yeah?
Yeah, man.
Gangster for find somewhere. Gangster. You think I joke?
Yeah.
We not boast. We're not boast. Not boast.
That's a simple consciousness and reality is to show that when the right time mind, the conscious mind...
Gangsterism is an enemy.
People come together.
Gangsterism is an enemy. Britain bring gangsterism come here. And gangsterism is a tradition for the British. All gangsters really followers of the British.
And because of that, I sit down and I meditate the situation and the spirit inside of me I show me say, the conscious mind needs to come together. We need to find a way to come together because from us it has to start.
Yeah, man.
And not them. And we have to come together. We have to break that bridge and we have to keep us separated. And come together and through that, from there, it will grow.
Yes, sir. Well, thank you very much. Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Bless up.
Yes, sorry about that. We'll try to catch up with some live chat, you know. Sister D. Ruben. Hold on. No. I lose it. Moving too fast and kind of lose it, you know. But anyway, the numbers are 619 1508, 619 1508 and 279 8473. 279 8473. Yes. Yeah, my little sister, D. Ruben. Teacher assault the youth. She pick up a chair and go to lick him first. She go to lick him first? Yeah, but you didn't see the beginning of the video. You didn't see the beginning of the video. I don't know. I don't think you can then box him in the face. Anyway, a terrible teacher. I don't think we know both sides of the story, Sister D. Seriously. I don't think we know the fullness of the story yet. And I'm in a defender. But the thing is that I'm not satisfied. That's why I never come to a conclusion. Because we never see it from the beginning. I don't know what was the first altercation. Johan Crook say, Hail Bongo, play not guilty by Ron Spear. Maybe we can do, not sure. The suggestion say he was selling weed and that he was not a student. It was a teacher, a long-time teacher. She was extremely aggressive to the youth. Give thanks to other students. But they have to stop her. Well, more to them, they stop the boy still. I think we'll find out more. Oh, she's saying that is not a student in that class. Oh. The youth is a charge now with is charged now with actual bodily harm. It was alleged that he was selling weed. Why he never charged for that? I don't know. Anyway, I'm not going to take any side. I want to hear a book about. I know that the clip that I saw was not from the beginning. It apparently some physical thing go on seconds before that. We never see it from the full beginning. So I think we might find out more later on. It's now 11 o'clock. Thank you very much.
You're simply the best. Better than all the rest. Better than anyone. Anyone I ever met. You're simply the best.
Bess FM 100 on your dial. Keep listening.
The Mothers Union will be making a special contribution to Sister Cherry. She's really struggling to take care of her bills, you know.
Yes, I get that things are not too good with her, and the sad thing is that she gave her all when she worked at the parish council.
So true. And that is why I believe that this new compensation system that the government is implementing is a good thing, especially when you retire.
I agree. Some people don't seem to understand that it's really when you retire you really need support, and the new system will make them better off when they retire. A larger basic pay means higher pension, which leads to greater ability to look after yourself financially when you retire.
The government should have done this 10 years ago so that we could benefit.
The new public sector compensation system. Better pay, better pension. Visit mof.gov.jm to learn more.
What does a student in Augustown, St. Andrew have in common with a small business owner in St. Catherine? How about a farmer in Treadlight, Clarendon, and a firefighter in St. James? Each has a unique story about how the Jamaica Social Investment Fund, JSIF, has transformed their life for the better. For over 2 decades, the Jamaica Social Investment Fund has changed the lives of Jamaicans through its projects and programs. They've supported tourism and agriculture, expanded school spaces, and made safe paths for children to walk to school. JSIF has also improved community infrastructure, boosted small businesses, bolstered Jamaica's response to natural disasters, and so much more. With the help of their partners, JSIF continues its mission of investing for community development. AGD Pensioners, our mobile unit is coming to you. Meet us in your parish from Monday, June 6 to Friday, June 17. Collect and submit your life certificates. Get them certified on the spot with a valid ID, or just come for customer service support. See you in St. Thomas on June 6. On June 7, we'll be in Portland and St. Anne on June 8. In St. Mary, June 9. In Trelawney, June 10. St. Catherine Pensioners, the AGD will see you on June 11. On June 13, we go to St. Elizabeth, Hanover on June 14, and to Westmoreland on June 15, Manchester on June 16, and to Clarendon on June 17. For more information, visit our website at treasury.gov.jm.
Rio Grande to the South Coast. Hotel workers and man we're off boat. This a for the craft vendors, red cap porters and transportation at airport. Jamaica tourism pension plan, building towards the future. For tourism workers across the island, retirement benefits to contributions. Every worker in the industry, permanent self-employed contract. For your service you deserve security. Yes you do. Tourism workers pension plan, build a bright future. Yes you can. Tourism workers pension plan, workers invest through contributions. All tourism workers, age 80 to 59. Tourism workers pension plan.
Start making your contributions for a brighter future.
For further information, visit mot.gov.jm or call 876-920-4926-30.
No man, watch the pile of rubbish in the public space. People nasty, you know? Hold on there.
Sandra, where you stop for?
Look here, me have to take a picture and send to NSWMA. You never hear about the app where you can use to report illegal dumping and littering?
Now what you say to me?
Yeah man, you can call them or download the app from the Apple or Google Play Store.
Why me have to go download the app because enough littering me see in this town, yeah?
Report littering or illegal dumping in public spaces to the National Solid Waste Management Authority. Call 876-448-3220 or download the NSWMA app to report illegal dumping and littering.
Yeah, but the lineup slap, you know. Hey, hold this.
You know the price did adjust since your last visit, though.
How much now? I never really walk with no extra cash, you know.
You can't pay me with Jamdex, man.
I saw ya move, my boss. Me have my digital wallet too, so make me transfer it to you right now.
A phased rollout of Jamdex, Jamaica's central bank digital currency, is on the way. Sign up for your digital wallet and get more convenience, safety, and security with your money. A message from the JIS.
A production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.
One in. A hurricane we name. How we rough. Whether we are man hurricane or woman hurricane. We want you know that. We come here to mash up building, blow down things and take life. Flood out place. We no rap. We no respect no one. So no take no chance with we. Listen to Adprem and prepare.
Hurricanes do happen, so be prepared. Yes, be prepared.
A message from the Office of Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management.
Vejan Printers for all your printing needs. We specialize in calendars, flyers, brochures, and more. Call us today at 968-7506. That's 968-7506. Or visit us at 4 East Bloomsbury Road, off Hagley Park Road. Vejan Printers, your best choice in printing.
Hey, am I listening, crew? This is your late afternoon companion to Chickaloo on your 100 FM dial. Make sure you tune in and turn up every Tuesdays from 5 until 7 p.m. for OTAWTL. That is on the ear with me, yours truly, a program that will leave you inspired, entertained, and informed. With the credit giveaways each week. Street Link, where we go in the streets to find out from the people what is hot and what is not, and so much more. And guess what? You can now voice your birthday shout-outs on our WhatsApp line at 876-438-9442, and we'll play them live on air. So what are you waiting for? Turn up Tuesdays from 5 to 7 p.m. right here on Best 100 FM, the station that is sizzling every day.
Bess FM 100 on your dial. Keep listening.
The Morning Connection is not your usual talk show. We aim to stimulate discussion and chart new paths to self-empowerment. So please join us, Minette and Percy, on The Morning Connection, Mondays to Thursdays, 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. on Best 100 FM.
Hey! Best 100 FM and the SOS Children's Village of Stony Hill presents an auction and telethon on June 23rd, 2022. You don't want to miss the sweet deals on designer vintage items, appliances, art pieces, and more. Go to our Instagram page at SOS_Village_auction and bid on your favorite items. That's SOS_Village_auction. Place as many bids as you can until June 23rd, the day of the event. Call us on the day to make pledges and other donations. Entertainment by the Morning Connection team. All proceeds will go to the SOS Children's Village of Stony Hill.
It's good, it's better, but nothing beats. Best
Here to pick up the pieces. Here to pick up the pieces. Here to pick up the pieces. Let the place look good, my brother. Let the place keep clean, my sister. Let the place look good, my brother. Let the place keep clean, my sister. So come along, my brother. Come along, my sister. Come along, my brother. Come up the PC. Here to pick up the PC. Here to pick up the PC. Let the place look good, my brother. Let the place keep clean, my sister. Let the place look good, my brother. Let the place keep clean, my sister. So come along, my brother. Come along, my sister. 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 Here to pick up the pieces. Here to pick up the pieces. My brother. Come along, come along, brother. Come along, my sister.
Yes, welcome back to the program, and we're now into the second hour of the program. Catch up on some live chat, you know. Yes, Kevin Lawson said, good morning. Watching from North Philadelphia. Good. Ricardo Porsche say, work hard for what you want. Won't come to you without a fight. Be strong and courageous. Know that you can do anything you put your mind to. Somebody puts you down, criticize you, keep on believing in yourself and turn it to something positive, right? Continue again. Shout out to all listeners. Dinatal Basco say, astrophysical planet greetings. Sister J say, Bongo Jerry, the youth received many bucks from the teacher. He had enough restraint and appeared to be acting in clear self-defense. Tackle him because good morning. Positive vibes. I'm yet to see that incident, but of course, teachers are all over, even in the US. No exception to such behavior from students as well as teachers. Tackle him because even security in school in the USA, that don't prevent such behavior and outbursts of bullyism, especially from certain inner city communities. Michael Gale say yes, that are Furley. Upper Southfield, me did live when them kill the youth. Me know him very good. Okay, that are the youth and him clocking. Highly clocking. Dale Reiner say greetings, Bongo Jerry. Tuesday blessings. Sister D say, yes, the teacher never act like what I expect is from a teacher. Video I see show the youth a dash for the chair after she him lick him out. Never look good. But the youth did strike the teacher before that. Before she took up the chair, the youth did strike at the teacher, but I don't think it was everything from the beginning. I think that video is not from the beginning of the physical thing. I want to know how it starts. Kian Brown said greetings and salutation. Tackle him because it's discouraging to most teachers having to put up in coaching students other than the particular subject material and low salaries. Sister D said very aggressive behavior from her. Youth only responded after him received knocks box in her face. She did all try to strangle him too. Something was wrong with me. I have to look back on it. I think I saw, before she take up that desk, I think I saw him strike a blow, but I don't know if that was the first blow. Anyway, tackle him because if that is the case where the teacher is the aggressor, then stand to reason a problem different. All right. Caribbean experts say Bongo Jerry, after looking at the action and behavior of some of them youth, I wonder if Omar Davis was right by suggesting that some of the youths are irredeemable. Omar Davis is the one that probably more irredeemable more than the youth them. And him know more than what I talk to. Him know more than what I talk to. If I ever start talking, place gonna catch a fire. And back off and going. And I tell him, so we are ungovernable. Him, Omar Davis, me have to tell that more one time. So all him security all come like them want come hold on for me. I tell him that we are ungovernable. Yes, we are ungovernable. I make him back off and go where him come from. Only for them get in some political authority and take a stock them head swell. Head swell and I go on like them have some big shot. Omar Davis is one. Back off and go. No friend, no guy. You understand me? I can leave off of that before it catch a fire. The numbers are 619, what are we call it? 619-1508, 619-1508, and 279-8473. 279-8473. Them same one sacrifice a whole heap of them youth there. Them same one sacrifice a whole heap of them youth there. That's why I'm have to run out of the parliament when the mayor say Willie Haggard get shot. Run out of the parliament, him and Peter Phillips and Carl Blight. Run out of the parliament and go up on the scene. Go try to redeem themselves. Let's get good morning and welcome.
Hi, Mr. Jerry Small. How are you?
Morning, ma'am. How are you doing, ma'am?
I'm fine, thank you. You know what I'm calling you about? I am looking around the world and I am seeing the adverse reactions from the vaccines that have been administered on the population worldwide. And why are they still advocating for people to take something that is not helping?
Who is they? Tell me about the they.
They, the government of the world.
Why are they what?
Still advocating for people to take a vaccine that is not helping, a vaccine that is causing neurological reactions and all types of things happening.
You're asking me why, or you want to discuss it?
Well, we want to discuss it as a people.
Come on, discuss now.
Yes.
I couldn't tell you why they're doing this, that, or the other.
Because I've seen so many people crying around the world talking about how athletic they were before and that they're having these debilitating pains and all type of things are happening to them. So why are they still advocating for people to take something that is causing a lot of adverse reactions?
You're asking the same question again, but that's not a discussion, no? You're saying that you have heard of people who are athletic losing them athletic ability and debilitating effects and so on.
Yes.
And yes, I see and hear all kind of different information. I am not an expert on none of them things. I don't fight against it and I don't recommend it. And nobody can force me to take it.
That is my question this morning, you know.
Yeah, but certainly there's more discussion than just asking that question. Certainly there must be more discussion. You know?
Well.
You ever taken a vaccine before?
Yes, I have.
In order to travel or?
When I was a child, my parents were the ones who consent these things for me.
Okay, before to go back to school and them thing.
Yes. But now that I have become an adult, I research things before I really insert them into my body.
Yeah. Yeah, it is very sound.
Hello?
It is very aggravating for governments to be trying to force people to do things to them personal body.
Yeah, because I don't feel that it's helping. It's not helping anybody at all. The risk outweighs the benefit.
All right, so you're experiencing pressure in Jamaica now. Them still pressuring you in Jamaica to do it?
Well, they're still out there campaigning and still the advertisements are on the radio telling you how wonderful of a vaccine this is.
Yeah. You think you can learn to ignore some of the things that upset you?
Probably.
And one other thing that they do, they encourage people to pressure their friends, their family members, the people who them work with, you know. That's how they encourage. So it turns into a political thing, you know. Once you have acceded to it and say yes, you take it, they encourage you now to pressure your family. And if most of the family take it, you try and make the minority who don't take it feel away. And you make them know, say, boy, I'm having a function at my house, but I really can't invite you, because you're not, put on pressure all kind of way through your family, friends, associate, workmate, all kind of different things. People at your church start pressure you, so them divide the church, divide the family, divide the workplace. It's become a political struggle. So similarly, like the LGBT, the LGBT movement?
Yes, sir.
The LGBT movement is not really a movement about rights, It's a political struggle. It's a political fight to get more influence in the world for the LGBT militants. Or you know that the LGBT organization is mostly the militants amongst the homosexuals, the militants. Like how you have politically minded people in a population who love politics or who love to control. But the most of the population is just anonymous, don't really need to be in control.
Yes.
So you find that the LGBT organizations is really some high power advocates that really want more influence and control. And one route to this is by organizing this organization and then become politically powerful, you know.
Can I say something more?
Yes, ma'am.
If we have so many doctors around the world who have gone to study internal medicine, who have gone to study about viruses, why their contribution is not taken into consideration in a time like this?
All the doctors, hold on, all
thing.
the doctors around the world who have studied viruses and these things, all of them are of one opinion?
No, that's what I am saying.
No, but hold on, but you referred to them a while ago as if all of them are of one opinion.
No, all of them are not on one opinion. Some will say yes to the vaccine, some will say no to the vaccine.
Yes, but I think it is.
So why are we relying on just a one-way street and not?
Why are we relying on? You are relying on a one-way street.
No, I am not.
Then how you say we? All the while, that's another mistake. That's another thing that influences our thinking and we don't understand. You know? If we include ourselves in numbers of people that we do agree in, gradually you are going to be swung over to that side. If you don't like racism, and every day you get up and say, why are we so racist? Okay, if you don't like racism and you are not a racist, why are you putting yourself in it and say, what is wrong? What is wrong with Jamaican people now? We are a bunch of murderous people. Are you murderous? Well, then why would you say something like that? It is not good to be making blanket statement, because most time you will find yourself under the blanket one at a time and never realize.
Okay, sorry about that.
But I think, can't you see in Jamaica that the force and the bullying that the government was trying to implement this thing with, can't you see that it never worked?
Yeah, it never works really, because it's just about 25% of the population.
Yes, actually. And don't you see that they know that it never works, and that what they have done is change the subject. I don't hear them talk about it so much again. Them kind of change the subject or making other people talk.
Yes.
But they are very tricky and deceptious. And they have no shame, the government. The government, yeah. I'm not shame about anything at all. See, in England, the British people protest against the Prime Minister being so deceptive. You see that? The British people protest against the British Prime Minister.
Yes.
Police go in yard and charge him with violating the COVID restriction. And now yesterday them test him at the Parliament and warn him, say he must behave, otherwise I'm going to lose him Prime Minister office. But in Jamaica, because there's not that strong tradition of the public exerting them opinion upon the politician and the government, them here pretending like them is some rule over us, you know.
Yes.
Do you feel downhearted?
I am kind of downhearted to see where our country is heading, you know.
Where the country is headed?
Yes.
Which part of the country headed?
This country is heading.
Where it's headed?
Probably over a precipice.
The whole country, or the politician, or the labor or who headed that way?
Well, they are the ones leading the people over the precipice, because a lot of people are having life so hard right now.
So you must go over the precipice, though?
No, I don't have to.
Then why you don't not? Then why you don't not? If you know that you do have to go over the prison, why you would be down at it? Ma'am? Hello?
Yes, sir.
And if you know that you don't have to go over the precipice with them, why are you down at it? Are you?
Yes.
You feel weak?
No, I'm not really weak.
But all of those is just feelings, you know. Hello? Are you there?
Yes, I am here.
Yeah, all of those are just feelings, you know. If you are not weak, and yet you feel weak, you can be not weak and yet you feel weak, you know. But if you allow yourself, by being unconscious, you allow yourself to go on feeling weak, don't use up the strength that you have, you know.
Yes.
Like you have a car outside with a tank full of gas. and then you convince yourself, say, I can't go nowhere because I don't have no gas in my vehicle. Yet you don't go check it, or you don't go try get some gas or thing. After a while, you resign yourself and not going anywhere. But it is not good to encourage yourself to feel weak and downhearted. It's not good. And it don't cost anything to change that feeling. It don't cost money,
I know.
Yes, ma'am. You have a few good friends?
Yes, sir.
Are they downhearted too?
Sometimes.
Yes, well, it is good to keep in your company. Not everybody, it don't necessarily keep everybody in the company. All your friends must be the same, But it's good to keep in your company some people who are not downhearted and who don't have that habit. You smoke, man?
No, I don't.
All right. And you keep all of our friends with smoke?
No, I don't.
All right. Well, I say me now. Me no smoke. I may have friends with smoke, but I don't keep them company when them a smoke much. You know? And that make me feel better.
Yes.
Yeah, man. Nice hearing from you, though.
Nice talking to you, too. Have a pleasant day.
All right, yeah, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, more call, thank you. Good morning, welcome.
Welcome, Mr. Small.
Go on, man.
Well, I'm there, I watch them and I listen to the show, Mr. Small. Morning to your listeners and your valuable callers.
Yeah, man. Are you a JC Old Boy Association member?
Used to be, Mr. Small.
The old boys. The old boys having some tug of war and tribal war amongst them.
One of the fractions of the Old Boy Association has been and is under what they call an injunction from the court.
Saying what?
They cannot use any of the Jamaica College logo or any of their paraphernalias, what they call it.
Yeah, which section of them?
The compound.
They cannot what?
They cannot enter the compound of Jamaica College.
Yeah.
And they close the office that they have on that they had on the compound.
Yeah, which one of the section?
As a result, they don't keep their annual general meeting.
All right, which one of the section is under that injunction?
The one that is not associated with what the proof man name?
Who is proof man? Who is the proof man?
No, I'm trying him name Carl something another.
Williams?
Carl Williams.
All right, what you say about proof man now with JC Old Boy?
Well, they have another Old Boy Association.
They? Who is the they?
Mr. Williams.
Mr. Williams have what?
He has a registered arm of the Old Boy Association. Of which
then how him can have that? How him can have that?
No money make the mayor go around, Mr. Small.
Oh, Mr. Williams have money?
So them say.
Oh, and what him do?
So what happened now is that the school principal up there, they are at odds with the other arm of the Old Boy Association.
The Old Boy Association have more than one arm?
They have two arms, Mr. Small.
So Mr. Proof go and open an arm?
A different arm, yeah.
Then how him one can do that?
I tell you, Mr. Small, this money thing is a dangerous thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's a whole heap of fighting among some man we have money. Some have more than some and some have more than some. Because you have a thing named the Jamaica College Foundation too, not true?
Yes.
Them are the biggest money man them in the whole mix.
Yeah, them build all the turf that you sit down at the bottom field there.
Them do the turf? What you mean? You mean the running track down there?
The running track down there.
What to it?
No, it's the organization installed it.
Install it?
Yes, so.
Oh, but I heard that money was donated by a rich JC Old Boy.
Quite so. Most of the money.
So him now aligned with the other super rich one them too?
Seems so, Mr. Small.
And that's Danny Williams and some other super rich one?
Yeah, and it is affecting the parent teachers.
So hold on, so you have the rich one too, that are Williams?
Yes, yes.
That I new money. I'm a new money.
New money.
And Danny Williams and Ashton are old money.
Yeah, old money, and that association was formed from 1908.
Yes, and them own the school.
Yeah, and what happened now is that like places like Grace Kennedy, like when the six farmers them graduate, places like Grace Kennedy and other institutions that deal with JC like mothers, they would take on some of the JC graduates and employ them.
So true that now Grace Kennedy and mothers own JC.
You know, say one and wash the other, Mr. Smart.
So they own JC.
Yeah, they have a lot of clout up there.
And then now you have the Old Boy Association now, where the president is Jarrett and Major out of the army, and some other old boy. That's the next section again.
Yes.
So some have money and some have more money.
Compound last week.
So some have money, right?
Yes.
And some have more money, right?
And some have new money.
No, some have most money. You have some have money, some have more money, and some have most money.
Yes.
Yes.
But Mr. Small, I want to talk to you about the ungrateful spirit.
I thought that's what I was talking about. Go on.
Yeah, you see the ungrateful spirit is alive and well now in Jamaica.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to be very careful when we come in contact with it.
I don't think it's a spirit.
Yeah,
I think it's a mind.
Yes, a mindset, Mr.
Ungrateful
Small.
mind.
Yeah, the mind. Because even the LGBT agenda that you spoke of, you know that I must apologize before I say this on your program, but correct me here, stand corrected. You know that there's a lot of LGBT influence in our parliament.
All over the place.
Yeah.
When I go to Jamaica College, 1958, my 9-year-old, my old lady called me one side and warned me. Don't make no schoolmaster up at Jamaica College touch you or friend you up. Because all that was there from that time. Matter of fact, that was there from 1908. When before Norman Manley got down. Norman Manley got in 1906. And when him go there, him say him buck up in the homosexuality to and him decide to beat it. You know? It's all about, man. LGBT. Political groups will infiltrate everywhere. That's what political groups do. Try to put them finger in every pie.
But speaking this, you know, my first job was given to me by a JC principal, Mr. Small, named Royal Taylor.
That's great, Royal Taylor, I know him.
Yeah, and he liked me from I was in 5th form.
Yeah.
And when I leave 6th form, he send me to one of them lawyer, old JC, old boy, and him give me a job.
That's great.
To work in him legal office with him. Yeah, never forget. JC is a very good school, but it's affecting some of the children up there now, especially the 5th formers and the 6th formers.
Yes, you have all the colonial mentality and dictator mentality. Because that's what the school is built upon originally.
Yes, Mr.
Enough of we got to go improve the school now. Simple as you see it, and a money man, and a really money man improve JC and other school, you know. Ordinary people got to go improve it.
Yes, Mr. Small, and I'm bringing it in the football realm and the athletics realm.
Yes, man, every kind of realms.
Yeah, swimming.
Yeah.
But one last thing I want to say to you before I leave, Mr. Small. Portmore.
Yeah.
There's a lot of business crashing in Portmore since Price Mart came on the scene.
A lot of businessmen was fretting when Price Mart come there.
Yeah, a lot of supermarkets over Portmore, those who thought that they were mega and progressive.
Yeah.
They are suffering a huge losses now. I don't know what's going to happen to the retail and the wholesale market over there. But it's not looking good.
So why them gone out of business?
Huh?
Why them gone out of business?
No, the cash flow drying up.
Which cash flow?
People not shopping in these mega store anymore.
No, why them not shopping at them store? Why them not shopping at them store?
It's too expensive compared to the Price Mart.
Oh, so Price Mart sell things cheaper?
Far cheaper, Mr. Small, and you can buy in bulk.
So what competition supposed to do?
Well, competition supposed to drive down prices.
Competition supposed to provide better condition for the consumer.
Yes, Mr. Smart.
So why some of them, so therefore them can bring down them pricing.
Yes, but they didn't know that Price Smart would be coming.
No, but Price Smart never announced before, so them coming.
No, they never know. Like when these stores were being built back then, they didn't have any idea that Price Smart would be visiting Portmore in 2020.
Well, anyway, competition is great.
Yeah, and the rule of the game is compete or die.
Yeah.
Breaking news, Mr. Small, coming out of Russia.
Hey, wow.
They lost 2 of their top flight general last night.
Russia?
Yeah, they were killed in battle last night. 2 of their top flight general. And it is said that the Ukrainians are losing between 60 to 100 soldiers per day in the battle.
Yeah.
Yeah, listen this. Yesterday, United Kingdom sent over 10 anti-aircraft missiles to Ukraine. And those missiles can fire 12 rockets in a minute. And the value of those missile systems, Mr. Small, could pay off our repatriation money. You see that these people are not serious about that.
Is this today the 7th of June you find out that?
The more you live is the more you learn.
All right.
All the best to you and your program, Mr. Small. I'm not a product of Jamaica College.
Yes. Me enjoy my days at JC.
Yeah, me used to climb all mango tree up there. I mean, know what the old boys have done for Jamaica College. They have done well.
Yeah. True, man. Thank you very much. Yes, sir. Any more? Good morning. Welcome to the program. Good morning.
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Wow, go on.
Good day, Rasta.
Cool, man.
Yeah, man. You know, I kind of love how you encourage a lady there. We feel so downhearted.
Yeah.
Do I go on? You understand?
Yeah.
Simple basic encouragement, especially with the car and the gas. You understand?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. And you not only do it for her, but you do it for millions of people all over the world. You understand? Because these things are necessary. You understand, to keep our head above water.
Yeah, man, because these things these things challenge me more time, you know. All the while all kind of different thoughts come to challenge and so what do you use, what do you use and what do you use? But these are those thoughts. These are thoughts where come across people's mind. And you have to overcome them with more sensible thoughts.
Precisely. I agree with you 100%. You know, Mr. Small, but before you go to her, you mentioned, because some caller mentioned, say, you know, Omar Davis, say, you know, the youths are ungovernable and so forth. But I want to speak truth to power, you know, our so-called power, you know. Because, you see, the youths, I'm a youth, and the youth live what they learn, you know. And most of these politicians, what they have taught the youths them over the years, they have no confidence in the current crop and the one them in the past. And they have make it difficult for the youths them to redeem themselves by the policy them put in place and the status quo that they make remain in place.
Yeah.
You understand? With them ideology. You understand? That is a devilish philosophy, in my opinion. You understand? The teachers, yes, they are there to make it better. But I think some of the teachers them get their basket for carry water, so to speak.
Yes, and many people in the teaching profession, just like many people in the police force. Not in the police force to keep no peace. Many people in the teaching profession not there because them love teaching. Them there because a good paying job wasn't easy to get, and if them go in a teaching profession, they might get a better paying job than otherwise.
Exactly. I recently have a conversation with a teacher, and you know, when at the end of the conversation, I'm saying if a teacher is saying this to me, it simply means that Jamaica is operating for a lot of years now in an apartheid educational system.
Yeah.
It's not. We are not in South Africa in 1994 or whatever. But how these people replicate their wicked agenda, it is obvious to me as a youth that is an apartheid system. And if you have one teacher where have to deal with 40, 50 students who have a lot of different issues coming from different areas, whether in a ghetto or middle class, you understand? I mean, and then how you pay the teachers, how you deal with the teachers them, you understand, as a government, how you deal with the student them. I mean, what you expect at the end of the day? Me will never advocate any violence against any teacher. But I don't see everything what the teachers have to go through. And sometimes, human will respond how human will respond. You understand? So, we never see that video there. But I just want to encourage the student them as well as the teacher to do the right thing. You understand? Because at the end of the day, we are black people and we're supposed to be here for each other. You understand? We can't continue, especially when we know that we have a government that don't interested in our upliftment. If they do, they would have implemented even the teaching of Marcus Garvey in school long time ago.
All right, hear this now.
Yeah.
From my youth, I realize what kind of people it is that really around the country and around the government. So I don't expect them to implement no Marcus Garvey teaching in school. I know that that's not what they are about.
True.
And they know, just like a lot of people who in the police force, not in the police force to be a peacekeeping officer or to keep law and order. Them in there because them know them will probably get a better job than if them never join the police force, and they might get a driver's license early, might start drive vehicle and so on. A lot of people in the teaching profession, not because them love teaching, but because they might get a better job than otherwise if them will go in a next job. And a lot of people, when I about 6, 7, 8 year old, by sitting down and listening to my father and some other lawyer friend and some other friend who is not lawyer, I realize that a lot of people go into law work and become lawyer, not because them love to represent the right thing, but because they might make some money. You understand?
Sure.
And when I 8 year old, try used to defend myself when people tell lie upon me. My old man observed me and said, boy, he would have liked me to be a liar, but he not tell me that, you know. He observed me and he say to himself, he would have liked me to become a liar when I grew up. And him tell other people too, but him not tell me. But when I 8 year old one day, him asked, after we finish eat round the table. You know, conversation around the table, and him said to me, so what you would have liked come? Him well want me to say liar, but I say I don't turn a liar. And him vexed because he would have liked me to turn a liar because him said that I could have defend myself when people are trying to tell lie and I try to get me in trouble. So a lot of people like who go into the police force, but them is not police material. Like who go into the teaching profession, but them is not really teaching material. A lot of people go into professions like law and medicine because them know that lawyers and doctors usually have a higher standard of living than other professionals. I notice, say, you know, some big labor right thief some whole heap of money through Petrodram and all them places. Because enough money around them places. You hear about it?
I recall about it.
All right. A couple of them is on trial now. And guess who? When the big labor right them getting at them big money trouble, guess which lawyer them go for?
Them can go for a big labor right lawyer.
Them can, and also what else them can do?
Them can go for some the public any form of Queen's Council. You understand, from the opposition. Because
from the opposition? Hold on. From the opposition?
Yeah, man. KD Knight, if the money is right, KD Knight will represent them right now.
Well, is KD Knight to represent one of them?
See there, me not even know
and
that.
The next one is being represented by a next big PNP lawyer. Bert Samuels.
Definitely.
So I get to find say the PNP is a lawyer of the JLP if it comes to the test.
If it comes to the test.
And the JLP is the trade unionist of the PNP if it comes to the test.
Definitely.
You ever hear about Bobby Pickersgill?
Yes, man. Can't forget him.
Bobby Pickersgill is one of the most tribalist PNP, man. And yet, when him ready for retire from out of politics, the JLP give him the highest national honor, you know.
Look at that.
Because them have them agreement between them. So here one of the last speech where Bobby Pickersgill making at the parliament. Him said the Prime Minister must agitate for the parliament here and get more pay. And him make that speech more than one time and I was discussing it for weeks and weeks. And one time him say, and we are relying on you, Mr. Prime Minister Holness, to be our trade union representative. And not me make up that, you know.
Yeah.
So when the PNP ready, them use the JLP and Holness as them trade unionists. Because you know say JLP formed by Busterman to the trade unionists. Yeah. And when the JLP in a criminal trouble, a PNP them go for get them out of trouble. So they are more aligned with one another, more than with we.
True.
You know.
But that's why I make this one part before we get our next call of the opportunity.
Yeah.
As you mentioned that I was listening attentively.
Yeah.
When it comes down to land in Jamaica,
yeah,
you understand, which is critical for human survival and progress.
Yes, sir.
Both these two, I'm gonna call them devils because a devil party them, two of them. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
In terms of the philosophy with them have, because them kill, steal, and destroy, and they have steal a lot of lands. And I want you, Mr. Small, as well as other Jamaicans, to do an investigation and bring it to the fore how much land the different one of them own. Even Omar Davis back then, politician back then and now, how much land them own and present it to the public and say collectively, all of them, Roger Clark, you name them own 1,000 acre or 1,000,000 acre in Jamaica, and yet them calling the people of Jamaica squatters. Both of them do it.
Yes, sir.
And we are now squatters around here. And it's full time on throwing yourself over and see. And
yeah, but don't bother address them.
Freedom.
Don't bother address them here, you know. So when you talk to them, now don't address them from here, so. Like is this program them listen to. You know?
I can't tell you this, Mr. Small.
Yeah.
It's just like how there's some other popular station in Jamaica who they listen to every day.
Yeah.
They have them little people who listen to this and they carry them little news, you know.
I know.
You understand?
Yeah, I know.
So, me know them not like you and them not like people like me and you and Cabo and other people who agitate for the rights and freedom of...
Yeah, nobody where eye open. Them not like nobody where eye open.
Exactly. So, just keep the fire burning, my brother, and we will overcome. It's not a matter of when. It's a matter of that it will happen. You understand? So, just keep the program.
All right, well, thank you very much for that encouragement.
Yes, Rasta.
All right, we have any more? All right, the numbers are 619-1508, 619-1508, and 279-8473. 279-8473. I recently... Hello? Who is this? Which one?
I wanna get high, so high. I wanna get high, so high. I wanna get high, so high.
Yes, thank you very much. I was going to introduce another call, but I'd have the music ever played by Rita Marley. I want to play a music by each one of the I3s. You know, those three ladies always back up Bob Marley, his wife, and him good friend them. Or this one named One Jaws from. Okay, all right. Yes, I think this music going to. No, is a fact. We have a call? Yeah. All right, I'm going to take the call, please. Good morning and welcome.
Good afternoon, Mr. Smalls. How are you doing?
Morning, it's not afternoon yet. Wagwan.
All right. I touched upon the topic and about the student in conflict with the teacher.
Yeah.
May I say what circumstance a case is a case like that? What kind of case is that? We're different from a shooting case that takes place and other places of the world. If this case is a more drastic case, or is just another misdemeanor case.
What you are saying that a whole heap of mass shooting going on in schools around the world. And
yeah, but as me say,
hold on, come listen a little. What you are pointing out is that what about mass shooting and thing going on around the world at different schools. And then in Jamaica now we have teacher and student are getting building up into a fight. So you want to compare those two things?
Yeah, if both of them have the same sentences.
Or you mean if one more important than one?
Right, sir.
Well, this might seem like a minor thing compared to mass shooting or going to school. But it is very unpleasant to see student and teacher coming in a physical blows. And the two of them look very angry. If nobody else was there, I am almost sure one of them would have killed the other one. Because I'm angry. And I'm not going to take the last lick and them, you know what I'm saying? So it's going to escalate more and more.
Okay. So what kind of measures the government are going to take
You asking me what kind of measures the government going to take?
Yeah.
I am not a spokesperson for the government, so it don't make no sense you ask me that. Because I'm not talking on behalf of them and I'm not giving them no advice. I'm not here to give government no advice.
Okay. So it all depends on the student
what it might depend upon is two things or more. Disciplinary action by the school and legal action by the state through police investigating and charging people and so on.
Okay, so what kind of charge? As you said, the charges them say no, ranging from intention to cause physical injury.
Yeah.
I mean, I say
ranging from that to what?
Ranging from cause physical injury and other charges. Me not quite remember, but other charges including disturbance and classroom and anything there.
I don't know of any charge such as disturbing classroom.
Okay, so when them say the individual come inside of the classroom and make a tone or a gesture or a reference to something and it disturbs the teacher, what is that, Mr. Smart?
I don't have any charge name, sir. I don't have any charge like that.
But you know of a charge beating the teacher with intent to cause physical injury, right?
Yeah.
And that is a criminal offense, and that can carry the charge of 6 months in prison. About 6 months in prison maximum. So may I say, don't you think that child need counseling instead of imprisonment?
Don't what?
Do you think that child need counseling instead of imprisonment?
No, I don't know enough about the whole incident to make up mind what either student or teacher need.
Okay.
You hear more about it more than me? By the way, we have to go for a break now, but I see in the live chat that Sister D. Ruben is suggesting that there's another video that could tell us more about it. I wonder if she could either call us or write us and tell us if it is really so that there's another video that can give us more understanding of the whole issue. And I would like to see if you can get that video. Is it so,
Yes,
Sister D. Ruben? Go. Okay, thank you very much, yeah? Midday.
Mine is
Midday.
You're simply the best. Better than all the rest. Better than anyone. Anyone I've ever met. You're simply the best.
Bess FM 100 on your dial. Keep listening.
Good day. I'm Andrew James Sawyers with JIS Midday News for Tuesday, June 7. Coming up, Amber Heart Institute of Coding to onboard first cohort of students in October. Drainage infrastructure along Southern Coastal Highway now more weather resilient. And Jamaica on track for record arrival figures this summer. The news in detail after the break.
NIS pensioners. Early encashment continues. Any pension order voucher with a payable date in June 2022 may be encashed as of Thursday, June 2. Collect your June payments at your convenience. Simply visit your designated post office. Remember, your pension vouchers can only be encashed at post offices. A message from the Ministry of Labor and Social Security.
Now the news. 500 students are expected to begin training in software design and programming at the Amber Heart Institute of Coding starting October. A Memorandum of Understanding MOU has been signed between the Amber Group and the Heart NSTA Trust to formalize the establishment of the institute following the successful completion of a coding pilot project with 100 young people. Founder and Chief Executive Officer of the Amber Group, Deshaun Savadio, says the 500 students will be immersed in a 12-month program at the Coding Institute, for which registration will open in short order.
From early October, the registrations will open very soon. We will onboard 300 residential youths and 200 who can commute to the campus every day and study coding. And in a year's time, we will graduate them.
Mr. Savadio was speaking at the graduation ceremony for the first cohort of graduates under the academy at the AC Marriott in St. Andrew on June 1. The National Works Agency NWA is assuring the public that drainage structures along the corridor of the Southern Coastal Highway Improvement Project have been significantly improved. Communications and Customer Services Manager Stephen Shaw says the roads should be more resilient to varying weather conditions associated with the yearly Atlantic hurricane season, adding that residents should be less inconvenienced than before.
Last year we had a problem along the road to Cedar Valley by Georgia. There was no bridge there. This year we have a structure. And so the issues that would have dogged us last year in that area, I don't expect that issue in relation to persons not being able to travel from Morant Bay to Cedar Valley and vice versa. Normal type rainfall or rain events, I don't expect any issues. If they are abnormal, a category 5 type hurricane, you may have challenges in some areas. But the critical thing is the network is more resilient now than it would have been, say, last year.
Mr. Shaw was speaking while on a recent tour of the project. He says while flooding remains a possibility in some areas, inundated roadways along the project should now become possible in a shorter time. In the meantime, Minister without portfolio in the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation, Everald Warmington, says China Harbour Engineering Company CHEC will be taking measures to alleviate the dust nuisance being faced by residents in communities close to construction sites for the Southern Coastal Highway Improvement Project. Mr. Warmington says the persistence of the dust nuisance is due largely to the underperformance of some subcontractors associated with the project, particularly in St. Thomas.
Discussion have been had and China Harbour stepped in so far to assist in areas where the contractors are not living up to their responsibility. Where the subcontractor are negligent, then China Harbour steps in and have those rectified. So I can assure the resident all along the way that the inconvenience of dust nuisance will come to an end.
Mr. Warmington was speaking while on a tour of the project recently, spanning from Bull Bay in St. Andrew to Long Bay in Portland, with stops in Grand Spend, Morant Bay, and License in St. Thomas. And Jamaica's tourism sector is on track for record arrivals this summer, surpassing 2019 levels when the country had the highest number of visitors ever seen for the summer months. Tourism Minister Edmund Bartlett says bookings so far are showing that Jamaica will exceed 2019 levels this summer. Minister Bartlett adds that a strong summer season will have a positive economic effect for the small and medium-sized enterprises that depend on tourism.
We are conscious of the importance of this as the economy, not just of the world, definitely of Jamaica, faces its challenges. A strong summer means that agriculture will be stronger. It means that manufacturing will be stronger. It means transportation will be stronger. It means the small and medium enterprises will be economically stronger.
Minister Bartlett was speaking recently at the Sangster International Airport in Montego Bay, St. James. That was JIS News. I'm Anjui James Sawyers.
A production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.
Hello, I'm Justine Green with the BBC News. The British Prime Minister Boris Johnson has told his cabinet that the government could now draw a line under issues that his opponents wanted to talk about, a day after surviving a confidence vote by his party's members of parliament. Critics say his authority has been undermined after more than 40% of Conservative MPs voted to remove him from office. Geeta Gurumurthy is following developments from outside the Prime Minister's residence.
It's been very interesting to see actually that quite a few people have gone quiet, perhaps trying to work out the lie of the land, looking at who voted in which direction. But it is clear the Prime Minister is for now safe. He has won a victory, and his supporters have said that even if he won by one vote, he would remain. The newspaper headlines today are quite damning, words like dead man walking, lame duck Prime Minister. So, of course, he's going to not have an easy time in the coming days and weeks. There are by-elections ahead.
A row has broken out between Ukraine and the global nuclear watchdog, the International Atomic Energy Agency. Ukraine's national nuclear operator has accused the head of the IAEA, Rafael Grossi, of lying about being invited by Kyiv to visit the Ukrainian nuclear plant at Zaporizhia, which has been seized by Russian forces. Here's our Europe editor, Danny Eberhard.
Ukraine's nuclear operator, Enerhoatom, did not mince its words. In a statement, it said it saw efforts by Rafael Grossi to visit the Zaporizhia plant as an attempt to legitimize Russia's occupation of the facility. It said Ukraine had not invited him to visit and had refused permission previously. Mr. Grossi, in an impassioned address on Monday, stressed a visit was vital, saying the Zaporizhia plant was disconnected from safety systems.
Reports from Germany say Deutsche Bank has relocated hundreds of employees from Russia to Berlin since the invasion of Ukraine in February. They're among the about 1,500 IT specialists the bank employs in Moscow and St. Petersburg. Deutsche Bank is not commenting on the relocation. Spain's National Court has called for the head of an Israeli firm that developed controversial software to testify as part of an investigation into spying. This follows recent revelations that a number of Spanish politicians had been under surveillance, including the Prime Minister. Guy Hedgecoe reports from Madrid.
A Spanish judge intends to travel to Israel to interview Shalif Julio, whose company, NSO, developed Pegasus spyware. Pegasus is used to hack phones and monitor their activity and has been at the centre of a political storm in Spain. The Spanish intelligence agency recently confirmed it had spied on Catalan independence leaders. Also, the Spanish government revealed that several cabinet members, including Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez, had had their phones hacked with Pegasus.
You're listening to World News from the BBC. Prosecutors in Germany have launched an investigation into 3 employees of the state railway company in connection with last week's train derailment that killed 5 passengers. The prosecutor's office in Munich said the 3 are accused of negligent homicide. 4 women and a 14-year-old boy were killed when the train derailed near the resort of Garmisch-Partenkirchen on Friday. Fiji's Supreme Court has handed over a Russian super yacht to the US authorities, ending a 2-month legal battle over identity of the yacht's owner. US investigators say the $325 million Amadea is owned by a Russian billionaire, Suleiman Karimov, who has been targeted by US sanctions. The King and Queen of Belgium are arriving in its former colony, the Democratic Republic of Congo, in a few hours for a week-long visit. The trip, the King's first since ascending to the throne in 2013, is sensitive and symbolic, as Emery Makameno reports from Kinshasa.
King Philippe is the first reigning monarch to express regrets for what he calls the wounds of the past following 75 years of colonization. Millions of Congolese suffered acts of cruelty, particularly during the reign of King Leopold II, who owned the Congo Free State as his personal property. The DRC's Foreign Minister Christophe Lutundola says it is a visit of legacy and reconciliation. The king will hand over the first of over 80,000 artifacts looted during the colonial period.
A record 11.9 million teenagers in China are taking this year's notoriously difficult three-day college entrance exam. This year's test takers are the first to have experienced COVID disruptions during all 3 years of China's high school curriculum. Ongoing COVID restrictions in some areas are forcing some students to take exams in individual hotel or hospital rooms. BBC News.
Live from NPR News in Washington, I'm Lakshmi Singh. 7 more states are holding their primary elections today. One closely watched contest is underway in Iowa, where Democrats will elect a candidate to try to unseat longtime incumbent Republican Senator Chuck Grassley in November. Iowa Public Radio's Clay Masters has more.
One thing that certainly unites Democrats in this primary is a disapproval of Chuck Grassley, but it's a whole other game when you get to the general election. And of course, the president's party always loses ground in a midterm election. Grassley is favored to win this race. This used to be more of a swing state, but Democrats have lost a lot of ground here over the last decade.
Clay Masters reporting. The leader of the far-right group known as the Proud Boys and 4 lieutenants are due in court this week to face charges of seditious conspiracy. NPR's Carrie Johnson reports on the Justice Department's investigation into the January 6th attack at the U.S. Capitol last year.
A lawyer for Enrique Tarrio says he looks forward to having his day in court. A federal grand jury indicted Tarrio and 4 other members of the far-right Proud Boys on the rare charge of seditious conspiracy, arguing they tried to overthrow the government by using force during the riot at the U.S. Capitol. A leader of the Proud Boys in North Carolina already pleaded guilty in April and agreed to help prosecutors. The charge comes days before the first public hearings by a congressional panel investigating the Capitol attack. Investigators are expected to feature activities by the Proud Boys and another group, the Oath Keepers. 11 Oath Keepers, including founder Stuart Rhodes, have also been charged with seditious conspiracy. Carrie Johnson, NPR News, Washington.
President Biden will meet with leaders from across the Western Hemisphere this week at the Summit of the Americas. But as NPR's Franco Ordonez tells us, the event has been overshadowed by who will not be attending.
Mexico's President Andrés Manuel López Obrador says he's skipping the summit held this year in Los Angeles because Cuba, Venezuela, and Nicaragua will not be there. Assistant Secretary of State Brian Nichols said they thought about it, but ruled out inviting the authoritarian leaders.
We felt that the most appropriate decision was to maintain our own commitment to democracy and human rights in our hemisphere.
He says those who attend will still be able to get business done. Leaders are expected to make announcements about economic recovery from the pandemic, millions of dollars to fight hunger, as well as issue a declaration on migration, a top regional issue. Franco Ordonez, NPR News.
President Biden is expected to speak tomorrow at the Summit of the Americas in Los Angeles. The Dow Jones Industrial Average is down 12 points at 32,902. The S&P is down slightly. NASDAQ is up 12 points. You're listening to NPR News. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky says his compatriots will fight to recover all territory occupied by Russian forces. Speaking through video today to an event hosted by Britain's Financial Times newspaper, Zelensky says Ukraine's already lost too many people to simply cede territory. Russia claims its forces now occupy large portions of eastern Ukraine. The Biden administration's warning of a forceful response should North Korea conduct a nuclear test. Pyongyang lasted so 5 years ago. NPR's Anthony Kuhn reports from Seoul. The U.S. and South Korea say There are indications another nuclear test by North Korea could be imminent.
Deputy Secretary of State Wendy Sherman said that a nuclear test would violate UN Security Council resolutions and would trigger a swift and forceful response. Sherman is due to discuss the North Korean nuclear issue with her South Korean and Japanese counterparts here on Wednesday. The UN Security Council is split on the issue, and Russia and China have vetoed U.S.-sponsored resolutions to sanction Pyongyang for its recent missile tests. The U.S. and South Korea are increasingly responding with tit-for-tat military maneuvers. On Monday, the Allies test-fired 8 missiles a day after Pyongyang did the same, and on Tuesday, the Allies held joint Air Force drills over the Yellow Sea. Anthony Kuhn, NPR News, Seoul.
And Reuters News Service is reporting the U.S. Special Representative for North Korea, Sung Kim, says rhetoric from North Korean officials suggests the country plans to use tactical nuclear weapons. It reports the U.S. is hoping China will be forthcoming in convincing North Korea to abandon its nuclear ambitions. This is NPR News.
Need a little joy in your podcast feed?
Some queer science joy, perhaps?
This week, NPR Science Podcast Shortwave is celebrating Pride with stories about the places where LGBTQ+ and STEM collide.
From a secret astronaut love story to a drag queen who brings math to the masses.
Listen now to Shortwave, the daily science podcast.
Bess FM 100 on your dial. Keep listening.
In a world of goodness and have a little peace of mind. A simple kind of love.
Isachar Music presents the single Peace of Mind by Ornella, produced by Sandy Davis, distributed by Top Song International, available on iTunes and
Bess.
This is your beloved Pastor Percy from the Morning Connection. Support our commitment to Jamaica by joining us on Wednesday mornings at 7:30 when we pray for the nation. Show us you care. Advertise with us. For more information, call our offices at 876-276-8935.
Half a tree. One already, 200. Ready, mama? Ready. Is this the confusion you feel when trying to work your way through medical systems in Jamaica? Try a dose of Ask Dr. Mary every Thursday at 5 to 6 p.m. Let Dr. Mary help you understand your medical problems and bring you to a calmer place.
Just pay your dues, my friend. Take my medical news. Oh, doctor, come to meet my patient. Oh, doctor, come to meet my patient. Oh, doctor.
You good? You can get better. Spread the word. Straight Up gets better on Bess FM. Straight Up Jerry Small, Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays and Thursdays on Bess 100 FM. 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. I'm your host, Robin Jerry Small. The numbers are 279-8473, 279-8473, and 619-1508. 619-1508. Also streaming live on the internet. Bess FM, Straight Up, Robin Jerry Small.
If you got to feel it, you got to be clean. You got to make it straight, you can't be lean. Share the joys togetherness can bring. To the true soul, you just have to cling, and then you will feel it, you'll feel the soul inside of you.
Here to pick up the pieces. Here to pick up the pieces. Here to pick up the pieces. Let the place look good, my brother. Let the place keep clean, my sister. Let the place look good, my brother. Let the place keep clean, my sister. So come along, my brother. Come along, my sister. Come along, my brother. Come along, my sister. Here to pick up the pieces. Here to pick up the pieces. Here to pick up the pieces. Let the place look good, my brother. Let the place keep clean, my sister. Let the place look good, my brother. Let the place keep clean, my sister. So come along, my brother. Come along, my sister. 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 Here to pick up the pieces. Here to pick up the pieces. My brother. Come along, come along, come
Yes, welcome back to the program here now after the midday break. And we have two callers waiting. I'm good brethren Danny of Danny and Denton just call me and give me some breaking news about the King of Belgium. I returned some things where I'm 4 parents' teeth. Never get the whole lot, but fill me in, please. Yes, let's get to the telephone. Good morning, good afternoon, and welcome. Next one, please. Good afternoon and welcome.
Hello?
Welcome.
Yeah,
Yeah, talk a little clearer for me. What you say? What going?
Yeah, and then, no, I share a little thing with you today, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but before that, more you want to feel more about it, but more.
Yeah. You're on a speakerphone.
No, man, me put on a phone. I mean, it's
right.
on speaker, you know.
See if you put your mouth like nearer to the phone. It kind of seems distant. All right, go along.
No, I ask you. That's what I'm purchasing. You see, at first, I ask you a favor. That's what I'm purchasing from Clarendon. His name D-Met.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would hear me down at town. Me see him down at town. Me go at town. Me there at town at this. And me see him down at town. And me have my reason. Yeah. You have a song. We say, hey, police and soldier man, time for no lock up them politicians. Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Me ask if you could have near to the end of the program, I think you could have played a song. Due to what go on in the country now, that song is kind of relevant, you know.
All right, we get a little problem sometimes when we play music we don't listen before. So it's best for me to listen it before I ask where to play it. But
yeah, it's clean, man. The engineer can look fit on the line and listen it.
Oh, yeah, hear me now?
You can Google it. Mm-hmm.
Is a certain procedure we have to go through before and make sure that we certify about it. So I can't take your word for it, but seeing that it's public radio me doing, I'm getting at some trouble recently with something like that. I just want to get the opportunity to check it out, yeah?
Yeah, man, all right. I want to talk about NIDS.
NIDS, yeah.
Yes, National Identification System.
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think it is?
What I think what?
What do you think the NIDS is?
Well, many governments in the world been trying to get more and more information. Not only government, business people. Trying to get more and more information about everybody as possible. So I think it's part of that whole same thing. Even the scammers, is information like this, them get up, make them can scam so much people now.
All right. Me have to tell you, my idea was to find out what the needs is.
Yeah.
A couple of years ago, I went to the Canadian here in the road. I look on a Canadian visa, but you know, say I have to go up DHL headquarters here. So one of the procedures, I have to do a biometric ID, you know?
What biometric mean?
It may have something biological, you know? Biological.
Biometric means say them going to identify you through different features of your body.
Yes.
Measuring and recording certain features of your body that going to be different from most other people's body.
All right. Anyway, you notice since the other day, a lot of countries, you know, they come up with a thing called CBDC, Central Bank Digital Currency.
Some here.
All right, because the world is going digital, so Jamaica is heading, and Joan is not going to tell you this at the PNP, Jamaica is heading to a cashless society where paper money that we now have will be phased out, and you use an app on your phone to do transactions through like the links app and then something.
So tell me something now. That mean that everybody going to have a phone?
That's what they want, because they say everybody have a cell phone in Jamaica.
No, everybody in Jamaica don't have a cell phone, but I am asking you if that mean that they will be demanding that everybody must have a phone.
Yeah, that's a part of it, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so a lot of people don't really understand what the needs is. The needs is to enable the cashless society where there is no other money. But Andrew is not come out and tell people them, because I know a lot of people oppose it. He's not going to tell us, well, get the ID because you're going to use it. So to do transaction. That's what the whole needs for, because the current ID system that we have cannot work with the cashless society, the digital system.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is for, you know. But they are so subtle as politicians that they don't be truthful to the people. They always want to come behind and trick the people.
Yeah, usually, yes.
Yes. So that more I share with you and Jamaica to make them know that they need this is just a digital ID where they might come with phase out money.
So you say it is harmless?
It's a form of control. Them can't know what you do, because when we go to the bank
You still not answer my question. What is the question that I ask?
Oh, you say if it's harmless. It is harmless, but they can track every move where you do. Everything where you do online with the digital cashless.
All right. So you alarmed about it?
Not necessarily, but you will be tracked and traced every move.
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking about me. I say if you alarmed about it.
Not necessarily, you know, because I know what it is. Years ago, I know what it is.
All right. I'm going to say it, because every day we're going to learn a little more and more.
Yeah, so that's what it is. Some people never know, say, image is all about that. Yes, that's what it is. The whole concept of this ID, because my TRN already is working, my national ID is working, my driver's license is working, and my passport. So why is it they are coming with this? You know?
Yeah. When you anytime you find out, as much as you find out, more and more you make when you work.
All right, big up here.
Thank you very much. Next call, good morning. Good afternoon. Welcome.
Afternoon, Jerry.
Welcome.
That's the day, man. Yeah, Jerry.
Yeah.
Go just discuss a few things, especially the thing that is most, disturbing in our nation for a couple decades now. Crime.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I mean, Jamaica average, according to their statistics, is over about 120 murders per month. Like 4 a day, basically.
Mm.
And that is not to put, that statistic is just murder. There is rape.
That is, yeah. Mm.
And theft.
Yeah.
You understand? And I want to address theft because I want to address the guns. Both PMP and JLP was giving out their, some of them close friends, whether them a criminal or not, to guns through the FLA, right? And at the same time, they are saying, boy, we have to do something about crime and violence, and then come up with different strategy while they were doing that. So that is one form of hypocrisy. The next one, as it relates to theft. There's so much land in Jamaica that these politicians own that if we investigate it properly, because
Hello, are you still there? Still there? Not there?
Yeah, man, I'm still here. You hear me?
If we were to investigate it properly, what happened?
Yeah, if we were to investigate some of these politicians, how they acquire these lands, you know, sometimes some of them friends own it or some family member, them call it nepotism. You understand? We will realize as a people that a lot of land has been stolen through different means. You understand? So that is another hypocrisy. And to call the Jamaican people the 20%, what them say is squatting, you understand? That is a wickedness of the highest level. And so I'm encouraging my Jamaican people to think. Don't wait on Jerry Small or me or Cabo or Muta or some of my people them eyes will open up. But sit down and think about it. For over 60 years now, certain things have been operating in this country in an apartheid way. And ask yourselves if it is good for you to continue to serve these parties with your vote. We have to chant a different course if we really want total freedom.
All right, give me an idea of some of the things.
Well, one of the things where me personally that implement, because just like somebody
not the things that you would implement. The different course, the different course that we have to step by step along the way to get them off our back.
First and foremost, we have to investigate them and really make them, whether it happened in the past or present, make them
all right, listen now. You know that to continue investigating them and to keep busy getting this information and following it up, you know that it's going to cost us some money to do those things? You know that?
Yeah, but it is
No, don't tell me about the but. I'm not talking about the but. I'm asking if you know that.
Yes, sir.
All right. Since you know that, one of the prime requirements is to get yourself into a position where you have big money every day. Because if we have to have big money every day and a big bus fare, begging a gas money and begging money to survive, we're not going to be in a position to do them kind of work, you understand?
Definitely.
So we owe it to ourselves to find a very secure form of livelihood. I don't know if you are big and I depend on a driver or a bus fare. All right, go and talk.
Well, I'm glad I mentioned that, Jerry, because as a young man, I'm thinking about, because I'm so upset when I think about these things. I mean, I say, it seems as if we have to go to one different country and build up wealth, because it's kind of very, very difficult out here, and they make it.
All right, you make any plan how to build up some revenue and some resources out here, money resource and so on? You make any plan like that?
Definitely.
Yeah, right. You make several different plans?
Several different plans.
All right, you try implement them?
Definitely, and everything
none of them not working. None of them can work.
They will work.
All right, well, here's what I said to you before. Try your best, make some of them things work that can bring in some income to you. Because if everyone who is determined like you decide to have to leave Jamaica and work in a foreign country to get the money, boy, half of them not going to come back and the other half going to take long to come back. You know?
Well, when we say a foreign country is a motherland, may attack,
Africa.
And yes, sir, because
so see if you can go see if you can go to Africa and make some money.
Definitely.
And then
Chinese is doing it, and American them do it. So
yes,
why not?
And then return to Jamaica and work on the plan in Jamaica.
Definitely. I love Jamaica. Jamaica is what I call home. But I'm an African because I was born an African. You understand? I'm a black man. And my people face it in Africa and them face it in Jamaica. But if there's some policy in Jamaica that make it really difficult for youths like myself to empower my people and myself, me that go overseas and return it back, just like the diaspora helping the economy of this country. You understand? But we will not forget Jamaica and forget my people.
Yeah, you have a couple of people that you associate with were serious about them thing?
Definitely.
I don't mean
it's not more talk.
I don't mean a dozen people or 20 people or 100 people. There's a few.
No, just a few. My brother, my wife, and a few more persons whom I know.
Well, that is great.
When
that's great. If you have a little nucleus of people like that who's serious,
yeah,
or not really can start it. Make a plan where all of you or most of you can agree upon and try to work it from yourself.
Yeah, Jerry, and just continue to do the good work where you do, my brother, because I truly don't even know. When time people come get the chance, opportunity to talk to you, it's come like listening to the great reggae music. You understand? Which Bob Marley, Peter Tosh, you name them.
Yeah, that's one of the great.
Listen to it. Yeah. When I listen to it, it really do something to your mind and help you to fight the good fight of faith, you see me?
That's one of the greatest benefits of associating with one another. It's kind of very encouraging, Very hard to anyone to survive on them own. Just survive on them own. Yes, sir.
Definitely. Cool.
Yes. Have any more there? Any more call? Any more call? All right, we're going to go back to some live chat, I think it's Kelly 21. It's a blessed morning. Will the problem of social interaction significantly change by educational programs that deal with social issues? With educators trained with these purposes? That's a question. Bongo Jerry's. Pablo Music, Bongo Jerry. Scholars of Peace for Conflict Resolution needed. Started in Mali. Oh yeah, Irie. Alright, Marcia said, it was an albino teacher who beat the odds to teach and become successful. And because these boys were jocks for the culture of being dominant, has to be maintained. I think talking about Calabar. Pablo Music. In 2 years, a scientist could make a vax to cure any malady. Caribbean experts. Bongo Jerry, what's your take on this JC Old Boy Association? Seem like this cruel behavior rub off on Hope Road. You mean Royal Reed? No, man. These kind of things are going a long time, but frequently I have wrestling amongst those who want to control. Most of the people who are involved in these power struggles and things, are not determined to change the system. What they would like to do is maintain dominance by their school or their business or by their class. Dominance. I know them well, and most of them are about dominance and about Jamaica College as dominating and being looked up to, and not about no liberation. Now, if a set of people want to come together and turn Jamaica College into a school of liberation of the African people, now that would be great. And any school, any institution in Jamaica that people would like to turn around and make it become an institution for the liberation of the African people in Jamaica, that would be great. I don't give one damn about any dominant class or any dominant money or no JC Old Boys, the richest people or the most powerful people and have the most. They could go back to hell with that. They don't give a damn about the mass of the people. And that's why from I go to JC, I'm like a boy, 9-year-old. And before I go to JC, me in the struggle. And conscious too. Not like a nursery rhyme thing from your little boy, and not only me. Many little children become conscious of injustice and know there's a system set and determines that they're not going to bow to it or be a part of it. They can go back to hell. It's one of the pillars of colonialism. And if we want to come together and turn it from a pillar of colonialism into be a liberation, a school dedicated to the liberation of the African people, fine. I know there's these mother suckers well. Let's get back to the telephone. Are we there? Good morning, good afternoon, and welcome.
Hello.
Welcome.
Hello, Jerry.
Welcome.
Yeah, good morning, man. Danny and Denton.
Oh, go on.
Yeah, man, and give thanks to the wonderful work we are carrying on, you know.
Oh, go on.
Yes. But there's a breaking news, you know. The King of Belgium just returned 8,000 pieces of cultural artifacts to Bongo.
Yeah.
Years and, yeah.
Return it to where?
Huh?
Return it to where?
Congo. Return it to Congo.
Or the Congo?
Yeah. New King of Belgium.
All right.
Yeah. But, you know, Jerry, there's another thing I always think about, you know. You see the motor car company like all Ford in it days, you know.
Ford, no, you talk too fast. Like all Ford?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then who black people, especially the Congolese, them a whole lot, you know, according to the means by which they may have a gather rubber.
Yeah.
Run the motor world.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I always think the motor companies, man, them who, especially the Congolese, a whole lot, because a whole lot of limbs them take off of black people down there, you know.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
One thing I know, though.
Yeah.
You're only going to get the full justice and you're only going to get back what you're supposed to get. When you're strong. When you're weak, you're not going to get it. Only when you're strong. So our object must be to strengthen ourselves and strengthen our people.
Yes.
That time, you know, you're going to get back the things where you need. Where you did forget.
Right now, the Congolese, them not giving nothing yet, you know. Them just a return where them in taking up.
No, I don't understand you. You said the Congolese not giving nothing yet?
I mean the Belgium, the King of Belgium. Them.
Oh.
Yeah,
them not give back
nothing. Where them take already, you know.
Yeah, them not give back nothing. Some little artifacts. Some little artifacts that.
Yes.
Some little souvenir, you know, museum piece.
Yeah. Yeah, so would they go and listen and thing and heal up my stamps for me?
Yeah.
And Marie.
Yes.
Marie, you know, me have one sister, you know, she named Marjorie Brown, and she and Marie, but she had the same birthday, you know.
Yeah.
Yes, and heal up my old lady, Angie, you know, Mrs. Jennings, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Miss Thompson, good friend. Hello. And all your listeners. And Mr. Neville.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, the finance minister. and economist, you know.
Yes.
Yeah, one love, Jerry.
Thank you very much for your call. Here's any information.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much for that. We have any more? Any more call? 619 anymore? 619-1508. 619-1508 and 279-8473. 279-8473. We have one? Okay. Good afternoon. Welcome. Not here? Are you here? Good afternoon and welcome to the program. Not here? All right. We have some more live chat. Caribbean experts say, Bongo seem like Carter get touched by that principal. Laugh out loud. Watch him. Well, and I go really mock Carter, you know, because, you know, the whole of we go to school and we have good experiences there with our fellow students coming up and we have a certain kind of affinity attachment. Only that I'm not going to take any sides, but I'm watching it carefully. But these things are some long time thing, and a lot of it is about power and prestige. Power and prestige. They could go to hell with their power and their prestige. One power and one prestige may I deal with. The African people recovery. That's the one I'm dealing with. Good afternoon and welcome.
How you do?
What go on, sir?
No, Marie, me kind of dropped down yesterday.
Oh.
When you ask her, when she tell you, say, she go primary school.
Yeah.
And you ask her which one.
Yeah.
And she said Jonestown.
Yes.
You understand that?
No.
Now, Jonestown School, when you're 7-year-old, me start go there.
Oh, yeah?
You understand that?
Yeah, man.
Okay. When I tend I just kind of get things mixed up because I just feel my research, she go Queens.
No, she go Woolmouth.
But she go to Woolmouth Girls School.
Right.
I mean, she talk about some of our friend them. Because she said she didn't like her when she got Jonestown School.
Yeah.
Because she follow fashion.
Yeah, because she come tumbling after Jack fell down and broke him crown.
Mind what you say. And she called some people name. She and them go to school. We me know long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, she called somebody name where they do hairdressing at the corner of Greenwich Road and White Road.
Yeah.
When you pass, you go look fair, you see?
Yeah.
You did see some meter in our yard?
Only per meter and a whole per yard.
No, hold on.
You mean a whole in a 1 yard?
GPS of a whole per meter.
Yes, one place.
Corner of Greenwich Road.
Yeah, man, I know.
All right. All who did it long before GPS even jump out of them skin. Me know.
Yes.
You understand that?
Yes.
By the way, here was a guy with its broke war at JC. When him go there, then they try to take away, bully him. And him get some of the students them and start to get bully them. War!
Yeah, man.
You know his name?
I know, man, him name.
Judgment! Argument done!
Yeah.
Yeah, like Jerry.
Yes, sir.
Just easy.
Thank you very much. All right, you have more? Yes, Sister D. Rubens, Mr. Carter, I love you. But how you know when news them the people give accurate? Them not support Russia, them must support who side with them, you know. Them corruption, with them in them corruption. So I not listen them news, none at all. Pablo of Music say, it is our concern for our people why we were prepared still warning others about the precipice in front of them. Alright, not true. Sister D say, Bongo Jerry, 2 more teacher die last strong. Oh, no investigation start yet, eh? 2 more teacher died. Oh, yeah, say. Bless up. She say, bless up Pablo of Music. Patrick also. Carter spoke about 2 top generals in the Russian army were killed and 100 Ukrainian soldiers killed per day. Let's be careful about Western news. Jamaica was a victim of Western news in the 70s. Pablo of Music say, Iris Sister D, all attentive listeners and callers still work for the truth. Patrick Oil said, well said, Sister D. Ruben. Let's be careful about Western news. Al Cableland said disappointed JLP supporters are now calling on this station. I laugh at them. And welcome. Glad to see changes. Only Shepherd the Green Goat won't change. JJ said, let's put some focus on the many people that have been killed in Nigeria. Sister D said, yes, caller, the people who want know where grassroots. I say, listen hard to the show. Cause them know say yes, them have to listen. Marva Valentine say. Greetings, Sister Ruben. Yes, I them now address the teachers dropping like flies due to getting a bad batch of expired vax to return to school. There's no more to come. Sad but true. Pablo said, we should be listening and watching every good and bad and be alert. The left keep turning the left. What? The left keep turning left, the right keep turning right, and end up where them start. And him also say, remember Asha T's case, Jerry? 1 PNP and 1 JLP law defend him, or true? Patrick Oil said, both the teacher and the student involved in the confrontation at the Tivoli High School should seek counseling and should be charged. Students showered blows, so does the aggressive teacher. Patrick Oil, call me or text me and tell me what is your understanding of the beginning of the altercation. Could you tell me if you have any idea about how it begin, the beginning, early part, before the video start? I'm asking you that. And Sister D said, I was asking if a next video is out, they will show more. I can't believe only one student required were gone. I want to support the teacher, but video on Wayne Lonesome no look good at all. Oh, tell me about the one. Tell me if you say you heard one on Wayne Lonesome. Tell me more about it, please. Patrick Cole said, does the teacher have the right to video the student without the student's consent? Teacher should walk away, but it's something about women to follow up argument. She's a lucky woman. Was it the teacher videoing or it was some student? Not sure. Johnny Johnson said, Juarez, Mexico, El Paso, Texas. Sister D replying to Patrick Oil. And Patrick Oil said the student show a level of restraint even when she knocked him with the desk. Some student would have let her have the desk. The desk could have broken the hand of the student. Student get a lawyer. Was this the desk the first instant of assault? I think I saw something before the desk, but I'm not sure. Anyway, the numbers are. We have any more call? Let's take the call. Good afternoon and welcome.
Yeah, afternoon, Jerry. Quickly.
Oh, go on.
Yeah, man, we're there, man. Regarding that teacher student conflict.
Yeah.
I think when the proper investigation I'm preempt anything. But
you're kind of muffled. You think that when the proper investigation is done, what?
Yeah, the teacher would come out defending herself. Because I don't think the teacher in their right mind will just get up and do what the video show.
All right.
You understand?
Hold on. Can we assume what you have a sound in the background? Is that radio or what?
Alright, my phone call back. Is that radio?
You can't walk past. You can't walk from it.
Yeah, walk.
Walk, man.
I'm on supermarket. My desk.
All right, walk it. All right, here's the
anyway,
sound. Can we use our personal experience of teachers and assume that no teacher in our right man will do this, that, or the other? Can we assume that?
No, it should not be assumed. So
no, yes. I don't think. Not only don't think, we are on no ground, whether solid or liquid ground, we are on no ground at all if we assume that this person wouldn't do this or that person wouldn't do that. It's not safe at all to assume that. I believe that more and enough will come out to give us a clear picture of what first happened. Now, from what we have been told, one of the earliest things happening in this whole scenario is that the student was suspended and the suspension was due to expire yesterday. That is a kind of background of the picture. You understand?
Yes.
That the student was suspended for violation of school rules and was not due to be back in the school until yesterday expire. Now, if that is so, if that is so, after being excluded from the school for bad behavior, the student apparently is back in the school environs. Then we would like to know what happened after that now. Also, I would also like to know, is that student a student in that class or not? You have any idea about that if student is a student in that class?
No idea.
All right.
But
I
kind of,
You kind of what?
Really, I kind of hope and pray that, the teachers and students in Jamaica will get along because it's kind of rough both on teachers and students.
Yes.
Because
pressure, man.
Yeah, man, the pressure.
I remember, them just coming back to school after 2 years, not being forced together close and stay together day after day after day. You're going to have some rough edges there.
Definitely.
Yeah,
man. All right, Jerry. Big up yourself.
But thank you. Anything you hear, tell me and we could discuss it and see if it's unbelievable.
Will do.
All right, here's sir. We have another. Good afternoon and welcome.
Yes, good afternoon, Mr. Small.
How are you doing, ma'am?
Yes, I am okay.
You're Hopi?
I'm okay.
You're
Alright.
okay. Oh, you're okay.
Yes.
Sound okay.
Yes. But what I have some concerns about this needs ID, you know.
Needs.
I don't think a lot of Jamaicans understand the seriousness of the effect of this that this ID is gonna have on their being when it is fully implemented, and if they decide that they are not gonna take it. Because based on what I can see, the government is saying that when it is fully implemented, then if I decide that I don't want it, you decide that you don't want it, you will not be able to go by the tax office, update your driver's license, pay on your property tax. You won't be able to go into the supermarket, use a credit card.
All right, hold on.
Goods.
And all of those disabilities, because those are going to become disabilities.
Mm-hmm.
So for the first time, most of us are going to experience what when we used to hear people talk about, say that person have a disability and that have one. We're going to experience now having multiple disabilities.
Mm-hmm.
And therefore that is likely to make life difficult.
Mm-hmm.
Very difficult for such people. All right. What is the background of all of this? What is the oldest background of all of this?
This is what I really don't know, you know, and I'm trying to understand. I think that's what he's trying to, because a lot of people are going to be left behind.
No, I want us to stay on the background.
Yes.
I just ask you, what is the background of all of it? Background mean where this coming from, where the difficulty coming from. That is making us look now to see where it is going. Because now look where I look for see where it's going.
Mm-hmm.
All right, where it coming from? Where the earliest understand of this, where you know background of this lead up to this?
Well, I know that when they first introduced this needs ID to us, they had said that if we don't decide to go with it, then we will be charged. They said they took it to court.
Who is they? I don't understand what you're talking about, they.
They meaning the luminaries around this ID and the government.
Which government? Which government?
This JLP government.
The Jamaica government, okay.
Yes. So he took it to court and they claimed that it is no longer mandatory. But
Right.
I think that he needs to speak basic language to the Jamaican people, because a lot of people do not understand when he said it is not mandatory.
Yeah.
It is mandatory. It is still mandatory.
Yes,
Because
just like-
if I decide that I don't want the ID, then I will not be able to pay for my property. I'm going to lose my property.
All right,
I will not be able to
just like when the government was threatening to enforce vaccination on the population, and then them realized that they cannot enforce vaccination on the population, and before that him come out and him talk about the argument done. Nobody argue with me. And then afterward, them realize them can't go no further with it. What they did, they made an agreement with the private sector and the owners and the employers to say, since me government can't do it, you tell them, say, don't come back on my work if you don't have the vaccination. So because them need them work now, you be the bully. You remember I saw them take time change up them things?
Yes.
All right, talking about the background, where all of this fear coming from when people say them don't want to be forced to have ID, and if them don't have the ID, them can't do no business. Where that background coming from, as far as I know, is when I a little boy, I hear some church people afraid say, one judgment are coming at the earth where everybody have to have a mark where identify them with the beast. And if you don't have the mark of the beast, you can't do no buying or selling. That is the background of the whole of this?
Yes.
That is the most ancient story behind all of these things?
Yes.
Till people over the last 20, 30 years, people see things moving more and more in the world where you're having a system of world control developing, and people recognize and say, wait, all of the money people in the earth, and all of the military people in the earth, and all the powerful in the earth have a tendency to join up with one another, and therefore them is going to be a nation, and the rest of we is the underneath people, and them gradually enforcing some of these things. Don't it a little while?
Yes,
right?
Yes.
And
this digital system also, he wants to be aligned with the digital.
Who is he? I don't know who you're talking about when you say he.
He meaning the Prime Minister.
Don't tell me that he mean the Prime Minister. Tell me who you're talking about. I don't know who you're talking
the
about.
Prime Minister. Okay, I need to be more specific.
Yes.
The Prime Minister wants.
So the Prime Minister of England will then bring the voter confidence. The Prime Minister of England will then bring voter confidence against yesterday?
No, only Prime Minister of Jamaica.
So,
He's always going on about getting Jamaica to be digital. So this is what he is trying to
So when he want to get Jamaica into the Commonwealth government, why he want to get Jamaica into the Commonwealth government?
This is what I'm trying to understand. Maybe
Don't
some
monetary
gains from
don't him want to get Jamaica into the Commonwealth government?
Yes.
And what that will make him?
I guess he will get some. It will make him maybe even what they call him, Pharaoh.
Don't him just get into the Privy Council?
Yes.
He wasn't in the Privy Council all the while, you know. You didn't know that? You didn't know that? You didn't know that he wasn't in the Privy Council all the while?
No.
Yes, I just since this year when the Queen Grand Picnic come to Jamaica, you hear say, I mean a Privy Council. And a lot of other things them a try move up in. You know, say move in a Trump backyard. Behind Trump bottom.
Okay.
Trump park him.
The Jamaican people, we have the power, Remember how we employ them, So if we
all right, I'm glad you hear how you talking now. Every day, more and more people, and people with more and more education, more and more experience, more and more qualification, talking about these things. So it's that more and more people are getting in line with the philosophy of the poor people, because poor people first taught them things, poor people first stress say, them not supposed to rule over we, them supposed to be a servant. And all of these philosophies of the poor, what the poor learn the hard way, more and more people are talking in these terms now. And more educated and trained and all these people are talking the same way now. Say these bastards not supposed to be ruling us, they're supposed to be serving us.
Exactly.
No, not only them.
Yes.
Not only them, but the one who bear them arms. Who is the ones who bear them arms?
I guess the servants, they're minions and all those.
No. Who bear them arms? These same guys who want to rule over us. Who bear arms for them?
You mean like the police and those persons?
Not like. Who is it that bear arms for the government of Jamaica and the Labour? Who bear arms for them? And the PNP when the PNP is in authority. Who bear arms for them? You did say it. The soldiers and the police.
Yes.
They likewise not supposed to be and will not rule over us. They're supposed to be serving us. Instead of that, what you have them doing, roughing up the poor people all over Jamaica, battering pregnant women, and bullying the people all over Jamaica when they're supposed to be serving us. And when is we paying them. More and more people every day are coming to those reality. Just like how them have them false independence and false jubilee. But every day, more and more people knowing that it is a falsehood and a puppy show and a betrayal.
Yes.
So you just stand firm. And I talk about no PNP stand firm. You just stand firm and know say both PNP and JLP is a con game. And more people are realizing that they are a betrayal from ever since. It is so wonderful when I see more and more people. Up to the other night, up to yesterday, I think I heard Dion Jackson Miller interview this lady here. Forgot her name. One of them civil organization that stated the exact same way. Is we paying them and them supposed to be our servant, and I forgot her name. Very well known, and she's very articulate. She's lovely. Sometimes when you see the woman, them exhibit so much intelligence and so much clarity and drive and fearlessness. Why make them all better looking? You didn't know that, ma'am?
True.
I wonder if you all get better looking since you get more sensible. My mind tell me, what you laugh for? What you laugh? My mind tell me something.
Okay. Okay. What I'm saying, Mr. Small, is that, you know, we have to take the reins from these people.
Yes,
we have to treat them. You know, we have to treat them just like when we go to seek a job and they say you have to sign a contract.
Yes, and you have to be
interviewed. All of these things and
terms.
The contract, then you are automatically fired.
Subject to first, not before fire. You're subject to disciplinary action.
Yeah.
And the heights of disciplinary action is firing and also charged with violating and falsifying the company records and doing all those things. So after that now you were fired from your job where you was, and your job now going to be behind bars planting food to help relieve the food security in Jamaica. That's what enough of them supposed to do. And quite likely some of them going up planting food and supplying food both for the prison and to the rest of the people of Jamaica with them all.
Yes. A law like this now, this NIS ID, he should have thought the
approval.
The approval of the people.
No,
by a referendum or something, get a vote on it to find out how the people feel about all of these different draconian laws that is trusted down our throat.
Yes, but both him and the PNP by now is a collusion between the two of them, you know.
Yes.
It's a collusion between the two of them. So between the two of them control we and them have us under manners.
Yes.
And do you know that the PNP is a part of the government?
Yes.
Yes, the opposition is an official part of the government. They get pay.
Yes.
They get pay as MPs. They get pay as leader of the opposition. And they get other pay, a lot of pay. Both the JLP and the PNP get. And if any other group rise up and coming up, we must have an eye on them same way. Same way, because others going to come up with the same intention.
Yeah.
But
what I think the influencers in society, there are persons like Buju Banton and Tanya Stevens who speak against these things. They should join forces and you know, try to get the people together.
Yes. And I'm going to warn you one thing. They will also try to use Buju Banton and they will try to use Tanya Stevens. Because two of them know them so influential. So you're quite right.
They have been talking on social media.
I know. So we have to agree with them in all the good them doing. And
it's very short, Mr. Small, because I think he said he's gonna roll out this NIS ID in August.
Yeah, him get orders, you know. Him get orders. Yeah, then in August I see him 60 year. All that is about the 60 year, you know. That's all it's about. And the same trying to get promoted in a common way. But thank you very much here. Keep in touch with us, please, ma'am.
Yeah, man. All right. Thanks, Mr. Small.
Thank you very much, yeah. Have any more? Next one. Good afternoon. Welcome.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir.
Wagwan.
Yeah, man. You're giving thanks for life.
Jojo.
Yeah, man. The video circulating with the student and the teacher.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's disappointing, but it is a regular occurrence in school system.
That's my impression.
Repeat?
That's my impression.
Yes, man, regular occurrence in school system, and both the student and the teacher wrong.
Seems so to me. You see the video clip. You think that clip?
And also read about it.
All right. You think that video clip has been taken from the beginning of the conflict, or leave out the beginning?
It leave out, however, the paper stated from the beginning.
All right. Now the video clip that we see, what was the first aggression we see?
We see like the youth was easing off the teacher.
The youth was what?
easing off the teacher with his hand like a little shoe.
Pushing off the teacher, okay. So what I'm wondering, what came before that?
All right, so let us tell you what the paper said came before that.
Yes, yes.
It said the teacher was teaching the class, and she was inside the class, and he was misbehaving, and she asked him to leave, to leave the classroom. So that's what the paper said. My personal.
No. Don't tell me your view yet. Don't tell me your view. After she asked him to leave the classroom, what?
It looked like he refused to leave.
And then what after that?
The paper never go on, so I try to use my analytic skill and fill in that part. And that's what lead to the altercation.
No, all right. After all right, you use your imagination and tell me. After she asked him to leave the classroom, what do you think happened?
I believe she tried force him to leave.
No, you describe exactly. Force him how?
Force him by asking me, I tell her to leave, and he must say, nah, leave.
No. Hear this now. Mm-hmm. You can force somebody to leave by pepper spray. You can force somebody to leave by telling them that you're going to call the police if them not leave now. You can force them to leave by push them out. There's various ways you can use force. Force can be applied various ways. Which way? Well, after she asked, hold on, sir. Hold on. After she asked him to leave, what you think happened?
I think she try and push him out.
You think so?
Yes, sir.
All right. Is it safe to go by what me think in my mind or what you think in your mind?
It's not safe to go, sir.
All right. Don't tell me about the but. Just tell me again. Is it safe to go by what me and you think in our mind?
No, sir.
All right. I tell me about the but now.
Yeah. However, based off of the various clips, it showed that the youth were trying to more defend himself, because when she took up the
it showed that the youth was trying to. No, she taking up the death was not the first thing in the video. What is the first thing in the video?
I said the first thing I see where ease are off.
Ease are off.
Yes.
Ease are off.
Yeah.
All right. Well, the first thing I saw, I will have to look on it again. On the first glimpse of the video, I see the two of them near the blackboard. Is that true?
Yes, sir.
I'm near the blackboard, and then what? When the action start, what you notice?
But I noticed she was. I think the man him shove her off little man. I tell you that him shove her.
All right. So when him shove her off little, was that the first shoving?
I'm not certain if that.
No, we can't know, you know. You can't certain. But the question is, when him shove her off, was that the first shoving? That's a question?
Yes, that's a question, but we're not sure. So
yes. So the people in the classroom, who were paying attention, because you can't in the class when not pay attention either. Those who were in the classroom paying attention would know if she come near him and him shove, or if she did come shove, or if maybe she never come shove, but she come up in the car, you know, so people can come up in their face and still not shove, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
that's true.
You think we might be able to hear what was the first confrontation physically?
Yes, eventually, because the youth has been.
No, you're breaking up. Talk slow. You think we'll be able to? That will emerge?
I said yes, eventually, because the student has been charged. So
the student has been charged, but that don't say. I think that who was there now, we will hear from who was there. Who did shove? I think we will hear from who was there. Who did shove first?
Yeah,
or we might hear conflicting claims there. You know? Why your voice breaking up? Hold on. Why your voice breaking up?
I don't think I'm breaking up.
No, talk slow. I'm telling you, me and you was talking good, going quite on. But in the last minute and a half, your voice breaking up. You changed position or something changed?
No, maybe the network.
All right, you're good now. All right. I want to just warn you from now. Who was there in the classroom before start to tell us if him shove first or if she shove first, don't be surprised if some say him shove first and the next set say she shove first. You would be surprised if you hear that conflicting claim?
No, but I want to conclude this because I want to touch on another topic.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, man, go ahead.
All right, but with this one, I conclude with both of them wrong because we see where none of them could have been that person to quell something that could have been quelled by the youth stepping out or by the teacher taking a different approach. So it never.
I could never decide no. From what I know, say both of them wrong. But maybe you have some reason why you can.
Yes, sir. On the NITS thing now.
Yeah.
Yeah, the NITS thing now, we have to understand. That it's bigger than just Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you touched on this last year. I'm not sure about the year before, but you touched on this last year extensively. So persons listening, we have to try to retain the thing them and pick out.
You don't have much time, so don't go over the whole of that. You don't have much time,
right,
and next time you can call back and deal with that. We'll go on.
So what I'm saying is that over the world, the ID system have been updated where everybody is chipped. You understand?
No, I don't understand. Everybody is, what do you mean chipped?
The permanent resident.
Hold on. You start break up again. Hold on, please. Talk slow. Did you say everybody is chipped? Hold on. No, just tell me yes or no. Hold on. Just tell me yes if you did and no if you didn't. Did you say system where everybody is chipped?
Yes, what I was referring to the ID.
All right, what chipped mean?
Chip mean that they have a something that can identify them and track them. That's like a SIM card in your phone.
So hold on. So like a SIM card in your phone, every human being going to have a chip?
No, sir. I'm saying the IDs, the modern IDs across the world have a SIM card, have a chip on it.
And what that chip do?
What that chip do? That chip can track you and give you exact location as well as.
It can get a location anywhere you're there.
Not anywhere you're there, but where the system have control.
All right. So now, if you leave that chip at home, and Babylon I check the chip, Babylon will have it say you're there in your bedroom with the chip there.
Yes, sir.
Hold on. Talk slow. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So therefore now, if you have it in your pocket, then we know where you are at the time. But if you left it in your... Hold on, please, sir. If you left it in your pocket and you left that pants hang up on the wall and have a different pocket gone out, then we feel like say you hang up on the wall.
Yes, sir.
Oh.
So the vision that Jamaica have is a bigger vision. These things that come from United Nations and the other world bodies, world corporation that I tell you run the world and run Jamaica. Each time I come, I have to keep rubbing that in because I realize that we're not realizing that the parties and the government do not run Jamaica. I can go on and tell you how much school I've been over the last 10 years.
Yeah, break up, but you not believe me when I tell you break up.
Yeah, you ever
No, anyway. Yes, all right, but we kind of run out of time. But if you want to explain, you can call back and then use the next call for fully explain.
Daniel Star, all right, me try to that, but the first call I get a lot of talk time still.
No, but hear this now. I don't want to appeal. Say somebody else get plenty time on that. If we are trying to correct a situation, I don't want appeal say you must get the same time. Like, if we deal with that, we're going to get.
All right, me call back before the end of the show.
No, even right away as you hang up, call back. You have a next caller. Good afternoon and welcome. Good afternoon.
Yeah, blessed Jerry.
Oh, go on.
Yeah. Yeah, man, you know what time you call it again, man. I'm not saying.
Yeah, sorry. Left that, man. Left him on that. Oh, go on.
Yeah. Me I say now, it must about this mix thing. As you know, say England tried a mix thing already, India tried already, and then dismantle it.
Why them dismantle it?
Yeah, because the people them find out. You know, like how you see we.
Aye. So
me and you know.
Okay. So a lot of people around the world resent some of these measures.
Yeah. Seeing so, when I said no, it's left to a leader. Seeing if a leader want to go with way, outside leader say,
All right. I wonder if it did notice. One of the time, Wholeness and others in the world was trying to use a technique, say, the more intelligent people in the world, they accept this needs, but it's the less intelligent people who accept it. Says the more intelligent people in the world accept the vaccine, but it's the less intelligent people who accept it. You notice one time I was using that technique?
Yeah, man. I use it one time.
Yes, and some foreign leaders them use them technique to kind of flatter you. Make you feel like say, if you take it, you're intelligent, but if you don't like it, you're not intelligent.
Yeah. So, in all kind of way, when you look on them people, it's like, when I'm gonna promote the album,
yeah,
and put it on every radio station, and all the tune them no good. People after that they hear all you picking them start singing all the tune them. Type of nasty tune them and all that.
Yeah.
So I saw me see that government move. Where all of them now go, where them know the thing difficult and them know say them now go achieve it. Them still. Alright, look on this JUTC thing. Since them government are coming up power, about 8 times now we hear them mention, so them are going to buy how much bus now.
Yeah.
How much bus. And I know the bus them will buy. And the last time you hear them mention it now, them say, in November, December, the last quarter, the bus them will come. And all the while, when them come, they mention them things and keep mentioning that. They hear people say, yeah man, but I can buy it, man. So, them people are, Jerry, both PNP and GLP. See? But the people might get for wise up now. See? I know, say, them people is just a team, It's just a team, them are work, Them are work by a team.
Yeah, them are work for, them working for rulership. And they get rulership from their boss. They're working for the backing of certain other world powers who will back them up and say if the people of Jamaica get any trouble, we will come down there and bring some soldier down here. That's it work down there. We will come there. And it's like how England has sent how much aircraft go to Ukraine. America has sent how much thing go to Ukraine. That is what Wholeness and the JLP government and the PNP also calculate. If we link up with the big foreign power and the Jamaica not give no trouble, then we send soldiers and police down here for bully them.
When you say I don't see England, America, them do that. I send how much this, that, and rare. Them are go get the contract them to build back Ukraine.
Yeah, man.
So them are gonna make money all kind of way, and plus the weapon that them are sell. The man them when them buy it from the man will build weapon, them still make a whole heap of money,
Yeah, it's the biggest business in the world.
You understand? So when you work it out, it's just the rich and the poor, same way.
Yeah.
No, we shouldn't fret on Ukraine about grain and this, that, and rare. After we have so much sugar land and so much banana land where banana used to plant and sugar used to plant. And we don't give the people in the land to farm. And every day we have to tell people, farm your backyard, and farm. You must farm, plant what you grow and eat what you grow. See? And that's Sykes. See? And now give the people in the land. So, when you look on the whole thing, it's just scam, brains, and everything them people are work on the people. For instance, them bring in Floyd Morris. Say, Floyd Morris, I work with the thing there. And them mix up Floyd Morris thing with
I don't understand what you're talking about.
Yeah. Them I say Floyd Morris, right? The Floyd Morris matter. Dr. Floyd Morris.
No, Floyd Morris is a PNP senator.
Senator, yeah. But them I say no. Them I make it look like the same thing where Floyd Morris are work for.
What? I don't know what Floyd Morris is working for. What Floyd Morris is working for?
He might work for one of the UN, work for the UN, the disability thing in the UN.
Oh, so I'm working for a post to get appointed to a United Nations post.
Yeah. See? But Floyd Morris to come make it clear now, this morning say no money never spent on film campaign. And the people them see own work, seeing and select him, right? And the whole Kobe, the Kobe thing, him couldn't do no traveling or do no campaign. You understand? Everything we him do, seeing I'm laptop him use and deal with it. Seeing, true them no want to tell the people them how much money them are spending on the campaign with Miss Johnson. You understand?
Yes,
and
yes.
Like you said, the problem we have is just 2 years, Miss Johnson or spend there in the car. It can become the next election between 2 years. And the lady who didn't know supposed to do it at Tanya. You understand? So you could have do it all from China's are, you know, because it's a West Indian lady or a Caribbean lady, right?
Yeah.
We have the post. So they don't really see where a Chinese should have really go on. You understand? So you must say that's the problem we have, but him wish her good luck anyway. So when you look on it now, people just are using brains on the people them. Seeing and people who them can use them brains on. Seeing not like me, not like you, Jerry, but really know what really I want. See,
well, more and more people, more and more people every day, more and more people come into the realization of what the situation is. So,
because you know this thing come back to me like, so you remember the time there when you employed woman at Petro Jam, when I have the qualification for the job,
yeah,
right? And then it goes out says she don't have the qualification, and they're all over the news. And Prime Minister give the woman $13 million.
Yeah, yeah.
And
One of him friend them.
Yeah, if he would make it go through the right post to the cars.
Yeah, I tell you say you're lucky.
No,
yeah.
No, a person not qualified for the job. From first, you shouldn't even go about the job. And the person not qualified for the job, and you dismiss the person. And you take up $13 million.
Yes, anyway, the biggest lesson. The biggest lesson is that them is a set of pickpocket. So it's not them own money them spending, and that's why them behave. So.
Them spend, yeah.
So it's plain. But look at we have less than half up on the program. So we'll go run a little faster because we don't even get to play no music and we know doing a live chat. But we'll call you early in the program next.
Yeah, man. Anyway, bless you.
All the best. Here, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
Do you have any more? Next one. Good afternoon. Welcome. Welcome to the program. Are you there? Hello, welcome. Not there? All right, let's get back to some more live chat. Sister D. Ruben say, I see the youth only responding after receiving multiple facial blows. Him a youth in a puberty. She lucky him never tear off already. The way she do. Johnny John says, Johnny John says, high time Cuba get the respect of a truly sovereign country in the summit of American states. This Uncle Sam garbage need to stop. Cuba still being crucified for a battle of Quito Carnival in Angola. We have our next call. All right, let's get back to the telephone. Good afternoon. Welcome.
Gradually.
Wagwan.
So, me not believe your call of them. It's about when me listen to program, they talk about they can't get land for work. They can't get land for work. And when they get land, you know where Beer Farm Villa there? You also over there down there?
Yeah.
A 5.5 acre land. And when we come at town 65, it did empty, not the boat and cover when I bought the one Indian lady. Here, Miss Margaret Passad. She get her bill and pro bill and our bill and bill Jerry woman buy plant color doing plant factor in plant yard nigga plant chain. I don't know what she plant. And she did it for years. When they build out the scheme, she couldn't yes, what color will be there. That's why they color no use. I buy a property and she plant in color don't pay better when they and me never seen a black man. But all the Patrick City. I saw Indian from Cockburn Ben. Get the field tractor man and pay the man and plow it. What the modes?
What is simple? That simply means that the black man is worthless and the Indian is good.
Well, thank you, you sister.
Yeah. But you agree with me though?
Well, the reason why I said that.
No. Before you go to the reason. You agreed me though. When
I agree, yes.
You agreed me that the black man is worthless and the Indian is good.
No, you see, them are complaining about them get land. And them have, look at you, me born and go to St. Mary. You level land, over the level land.
You know have to explain, man. You know have to explain. Anybody can say the black man worthless, right?
No, but the more companies they can't get land.
No, but you know if we go explain again, anybody can see, plain as day.
Thank you,
Anybody can see plain as day, so the Indian not so worthless like the black man.
You ever want me upon the family season, before me come on to you, Marcus Garvey said, when he test him blood, him a white man, the white man blood, and he might drain out the black man, the white man blood. And then rubbish there. Me upon the season, me just sit down and listen to me now. You ever hear the argument there?
Say what?
The Marcus Garvey said when he test him blood, the white man blood, he might drain out the black man blood. The white man blood and the black man blood part. All them rubbish there.
The way you expect better.
No, but if we talk in the contract.
No, but if I have black people, I'm not going to talk on the contract.
But you no. All right, well, you used to tell me, say Indian get money. Me save you. Me say no, me don't know none.
Indian get money, what?
Well, after them Indian thing done.
Yes, man. Them get money, and then afterward the English trick them. At first them get money, and then the English, as usually know, the English always betray you after a while.
Yeah, but them most of them go back up and we say go back and say, you don't want to go? Me not give no money, me not give no land. Me don't know nobody get land, but me know right on Jamaica. Right? My daddy end up with 3/4 acre land, 7.5 square. Him buy for £7.10. Yeah, £7.10, 5 and 2 there. £7.10 and him buy. He say when he get down Ghana, for me daddy and for his nephew, for his grandson. My auntie breed young, you know. My father sell it land and he share the money right into. And me and he carry the son of which beer. The son mother, me say me auntie. Right, and me dad don't treat them. So, you know what, that's why I have to call up. I will say, all right, what's St. Mary? The most of the level now, Jerry, water, you know that? All our water, when we walk out of the floor, some place of water go pep out to them gone. So they can't do no farming funny. And even cow pasture don't smoke level now. But when the water settle pan and the cow walk on you, the water soak the cow food, press the place, and mosquito become here. Cow pasture walk up on a grade, a slope grade.
Yes.
Yeah. So you see, when the man contact, everything going to talk about. That's
all right. We have to go to our next call, but thanks for that, yes, sir.
No problem, thank you.
Good afternoon, welcome.
Good afternoon, sir, Small.
Yes, sir. Welcome.
Yeah, man, pertaining to the needs. John knows about 3 times come talk something I'm sure about and everything they come say. I don't know what I'm saying, I'm not like that.
No about that, man. Anytime you trash out issues, you're going to have a lot of contradiction. And you're going to have people you're going to have people hold on upon them point, not letting go. And saying like, oh, you will not go let go your point, because you know your point good.
I have seen several social security cards. I have seen several permanent residency. I've seen several temporary residency, several new passports from Europe.
Yeah, go ahead.
All the passports have biometrics in it. All the social security cards and permanent residency have them chip on it.
Yeah. Have them chip since when? How long now?
How long now? Yeah. Well, I'm seeing them up lately, about 2-3 years now. Yeah, because I have people from Europe. I have my mother and brother, sister, grandma, everybody overseas.
Yeah.
And they have the chip on their card.
Yeah,
so while they might not name NITs, you understand? It serves the same purpose to control you and to track you and to have you in need subjection.
Right.
And that is what the needs all about. But I'm saying it's not coming from Andrew Holness. It's coming from international corporation who govern the world. And when they tell Holness them to implement certain things, if Holness them don't implement it, then Jamaica will be placed on certain tier thing like the crime thing.
Yes, let me put on terrorism watch and all kind of watch. They don't travel to Jamaica, all kind of thing.
Lovely. All right, we give a perfect example of international cooperation important to Jamaica. Right now, the RGB, all of them records from 1930 is being uploaded on a system, is being digitalized, and that is being sponsored by United Nations.
All right, how long now that go on? How long now that go on?
I'm not certain. It's about two weeks ago.
No, man, but I'm going to tell you this. The Mormon Church go around the world, and countries like Jamaica especially, the Mormon Church volunteer that they will put all of the records, especially the birth records and all of them demographic records, on microfilm. Since the governments of these countries are so poor and can't afford to put it on microfilm, the Mormon Church for decades been going around the world and volunteering to put all of the records on birth and death and all of them records of different countries on microfilm free. And in return for that, now them get to keep a copy. And a lot of countries in the world have been agreeing with these plans of getting things done free. Meanwhile, the people who are doing it for them free now using those records for their own purpose. You didn't know that?
Yes, man. Because
hold on. Tell me what you know about the Mormon Church volunteering around the world to microfilm.
No, I do not know about the Mormon Church.
Then when me ask you, say yes, man, you know.
No, me talk if you know this, that persons who corporations and bodies who volunteer freely.
No, but I'm telling you, says over 40 years now and plenty more than that been going on. That is just one group doing them thing there from a long time in order to get the records of people.
Okay.
A long time those techniques being used.
So go further, which add to this now with the same Kamina Johnson Smith, Secretary of the Commonwealth. All of these implementation tying to all of that. The Jamaica now work with what the international corporation is saying. Jamaica won't get more visibility and get more favor by these corporations. And no, we need the corporation more than anything else. So Jamaica be a show them boss. Only them be a show United Nations, a show World Health Organization, a show international the IDB Bank, a show IMF that we are working with you guys and we deserve more responsibility in the world. Else Kamina Johnson Smith. I get the whole of the vote from all of the nation them because Jamaica sell out to these people. And I tell you already from last year, by 2030, the world will go in at the deepest slavery they have ever seen with these digitalization. With
all
the
right.
cashless system.
All right. So do you understand that this is the exact kind of technique that the British use when them split up the Maroons and approach each different set and give each one of them a different proposal?
Yes, sir. I understand totally. Or they manipulate the system and manipulate the leaders. And these leaders in Jamaica.
And then now Holness learn a little bit of the technique, little bit. And what him do? When one of the Maroon leader them embarrass him and humiliate him with day, him just adapt some British lesson and go contact about 5 more of the Maroon and tell them, say, meet with me and don't make him come. And then we politicize it and publicize it. And we can, and meanwhile, he might do that now, he might divide them, you know. And you know, but a little dunce lesson, a little dunce lesson.
I'm going to say it from last thing which I leave. I say it from last year, I'm going to say it again. But near the last miss, the lady come in and she suggests about Butcher and Tanya Stevens then. I'm telling them, do not look for entertainers as leaders. Entertainers are with these guys. They live with them. Their kids go to school with the politician. They get favor from the politician. Buju concert was one of the dearest and the biggest in Jamaican history. You understand? Him get sponsored from everybody who is somebody, and all the government ministers were there, and then government ministers give him levy pan him entertainment thing with them keep. So if we don't go and get tricked by politicians by musicians who will create the system with the politician.
That is the same way that Bob Marley was tricked into staging 2 concerts. You know the 2 concerts?
I am the One Love concert.
You know the two concerts I'm talking about?
No, sir.
Yeah, well, one is Smile Jamaica, 1976, and the next one is the One Love concert, 1978. But him never know, him believe like say him a go around them, all of them a go around him. But alright, thank you very much, yes, sir?
Thank you so much for that, sir. And never know time keep the One Love one.
Yes, man, One Love and also the Smile Jamaica, promoting tourism in Jamaica. Thank you. Alright, we have any more? Next one. Good afternoon and welcome.
Good afternoon, Jerry.
How you doing, Vivian?
After 8 tries, me just get you, my God.
After 8 what?
I can't get you.
What you say? 8 tries? What you say?
Anyway, the lady you are trying to remember is Jeanette Calder. Who was on Beyond the Headlines yesterday.
Come again?
The lady you were trying to remember her name, Jeanette Calder.
What she? Yes. You're good, man. Oh, you're good, sir.
So she have she's in charge of I think the acronym is JAMP, JAMP.
Yes.
Jamaica Accountability and Meter Portal or whatever that is.
Yeah, JAMP. You notice, Harry?
Yes, man, I listen to her. So at least she have some questions that she felt.
And she very articulate and she you hear she express and talk saying like how we talk though.
Yes, sir.
Because she'll make the public know, say. These people are paid by us, them supposed to serve us.
Right, and even when the minister claimed that she did announce on a radio program that the government funded. As what the lady said, Jeanette Calder said, I know everybody listen to the radio car. It look like a Cliffview station she did talk on, but I know everybody listen to them station there.
No, because that is a pro-government station.
Right. So, as what the lady pointed out, the same Miss Calder pointed out, it's not everybody who listen to that little station where she said she did announce it on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how you manage retrieve that name that so fast?
Well, if you show me kind of have a good memory for name and numbers and anything there.
Oh, somebody get to start notice you.
When it comes to that thing, up to them I go instead I see one guy when we used to work at a digital dealer back in 2003. And he had bought a phone from us and it was giving some trouble, send it to the repair shop and he came with his uncle. Like, uncle, I've gone get the phone now because we never get it back in time. Uncle come by the way up.
Wow.
So, me remember him saying to me, I said, Miss, what happened, Miss? And I say, is that Leon Dean? And that's from 2003. You know?
Wow.
He was just a customer.
Wow.
So, I say, is that Leon Dean? And laugh and say, oh, you remember my name? I say, remember because I made it right up the phone. And that's from 2003.
I'm afraid of you. I'm afraid of you.
Yeah, man.
That's great.
Yes, I know the program I come to an end now. I have to play 2 music, so if anything later.
All right, hint.
Yeah. yeah.
All right.
Well, I mean for today.
All right, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. That's nice. Our next. Let's come with another one. Good afternoon, welcome.
Indeed, brother Jerry.
Yeah, you love eggs up when you hear the nice little them coming, man.
Well, Jerry, Richie Stevens, think of him alone, because he sing the song, say, I got a weakness for sweetness and everyone knows.
You have a weakness to singing too.
You understand? Well, put in this music, it was a house that lived with a cave.
Oh, yeah, say.
I see your thing. Some people say I'm a poet, but I don't know yet. Well, you never Love FM, you tell me that thing there, no?
Love FM.
Yeah, man. If you pass there, heal them up for me.
Yeah, a name dropping, you go on with them, you know.
Jerry.
Wow.
What the hell of a thing happening in the Democratic Dominican Republic yesterday, man?
Oh, them assassinate a cabinet minister, no?
Yes. Yeah, man. And them say personal friend, you know.
Yeah, well, with friends like... No, but look here. With friends like that, you don't need no assassin.
A serious thing? By the way, the brother who did try to assassinate what's name again, the U.S. president. I gather that them released him after what?
Which one of the U.S. president? Oh, no man, a Bobby Kennedy.
Yes.
A Bobby Kennedy assassin?
No, it was a failed assassination attempt.
But against which president?
I believe it was Reagan, if I remember.
Oh yes, a man did shot Reagan.
Yeah, man. After 40 years, then realized him is of no danger to himself nor anyone else.
And then so them release him 40 years. That was what? That would have make it 1982, just after yes.
Something like that. I mean, if them keep 2 concerts and they think it's sold out.
Who a keep concert?
This same virgin just come from prison.
Him can sing?
Well, that's a good question. Them say something about some book business, you know?
Or a book launch?
Aye. And them same things will have.
Hey, book launch is not a kind of boat, you know?
Yeah.
Like what you have.
What you mean?
Like what you have, anyway.
Yeah, man. So the virgin over Dominica now, them say him is a childhood friend of this man who him kill.
Yeah, so it's an argument them in or the man just decide to kill him?
Well, it not come clear yet, but hopefully the details will come out.
Them
You
see where what?
I see where Jackie, your lawyer, has finally filed an appeal in his on his behalf.
Oh, where him stab up the person in our Netherlands?
Yeah, man. But the prosecutor filed an appeal too, so it will be a ding-dong battle.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, so one judge carry this lawyer Danfoot to the jail, see them call it.
Dan what foot again? Him have a name built between it. Dan something.
Yes, you're right, you know. That lawyer, you know. Yeah, man. Him one judge have a verbal clash in 2018.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. And the judge ordered the police them to carry him downstairs and give him bail. But them call the bail again. He make him on bail.
Station.
100. Yeah, 100,000.
Yeah.
So that thing never trash out yet. So me get it that it will be start out this afternoon in the court, you know.
Oh.
But if I recall correctly, wasn't he disbarred?
I don't sure about that. Some controversy. Him father a lawyer, you know.
I believe so. Yeah, man. Senior foot, you know.
Yes.
Well, somebody will have to foot the bill. But we'll catch up tomorrow.
All right. Thank you very much. Yeah. By the way. Hello. I'm gone. All right. We have any more call? All right. We have a few more live chat. Yeah. Patrick will say it is alleged that the student was selling ganja. Teacher is not employed as an investigator or detective, so report the matter to the year group coordinator. Teacher should also be charged. Right? Johnny Johnson said, we as a people need to stop gathering only at funerals, then grow farther apart after we agreed to this death in the family will bring us closer. After we agree that this death in the family should bring us closer, I want to find the opposite. Next burial, same old foolishness. Have a call? All right, let's go. Good afternoon. Welcome.
Hello?
Welcome.
Hello?
Welcome.
Hold on.
Yes, your time.
Just turn off the radio. Hello? Welcome. Yeah, I was lying down. I didn't intend to call again, but
yes, sir.
You mentioned a gentleman a while ago.
Yeah.
I know him.
Which one?
Mr. Foot.
Yeah. What Dan? What the middle name again? Dan what Foot?
Yeah.
Come again?
Yes, I know him. We went to school together in a sense. And,
That are the father. That are the father or the son?
The father.
Oh.
Yeah, and it's the father that Cardiff was talking about. No, I didn't remember that incident. I vaguely remember it. We talk about the judge and things like that. So I don't know much about it. What I do know is that they tried to strike him off the list some years ago. I don't remember. And he won the case.
Oh.
So it was tried in South. And the lawyer that defended him was his son named Danfoot or some Danfoot Jr., you understand?
Yes.
After that, could have been about a year or two. So they won that case. After that, they strike him off again. And he appealed it.
Strike him off for what?
I don't remember. I don't want to get myself in trouble. I don't know what they strike him off for.
You don't want to shot yourself in your foot.
Right. I don't want to talk about all I know that they tried to strike him out first.
Yeah. It's alright. You say something else too?
Yes. They strike him out a second time.
Yeah, man, you tell me.
And he appealed it again. And when he appealed it, this time he lost the appeal.
Yeah. All right, we're going to take another call quick before
okay,
the final.
That's it. He must have gone to Recouncil now.
All right, yes, okay.
Okay.
All right, one more call. Thank you very much. Yes, sir, thanks for that call. Good afternoon, welcome. Are you there? Next one there? Not there? All right, we're going to play 2 pieces of music. There we play one draws from Rita Marley. So we're going to play a one tune from there. The I3 is there. First one, Peaceful Woman, Master Griffiths, and then the Sisters Chant, Judy Moore. Let's go. Eh? Sorry. You never have them? Very sorry about that. All right, give a little more piece of the one draws there. Meanwhile, you look for Sisters Chant and Peaceful Woman.
I wanna get high, so high. 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 One draw, one draw. I want draw, one draw. Hey brother man, hey what you say? Give me some of your sense. Hey Rasta man, hey what you say? Give me some of your sense. So long I have been searching for a taste, looking all over the place. Not a thing could I find to satisfy my mind. So I came to search for the eye, see what the eye can do, and just like I said, you send it straight to my head.
I don't believe in doing wrong. I'm a peaceful woman. Tell me why do they always try to put me down? They slander my name all over the place. What a big disgrace. It's a crying shame again and again all over the place. But I'm a peaceful woman. I don't believe in doing wrong. Yes, I'm a peaceful woman. I don't believe in doing wrong. Tell me why can't a woman be what she wants to be? Some of them I try to take my place. But I wonder why they bother to try when they're all too late.
Let the sisters walk with thee.
up the PC. Here to pick up the PC. Here to pick up the PC. Better place look good, my brother. Better place keep clean, my sister. Better place look good, my brother. Better place keep clean, my sister. So come along, my brother. Come along, my sister. Come along, my brother. Come along, my sister. Here to pick up the PC. Here to pick up the PC. Here to pick up the
The views, opinions, or statements which are expressed on the following program are not necessarily those of Best 100 FM.
You're simply the best. Better than all the rest. Better than anyone. Anyone I ever met. You're simply the best.
Bess FM 100 on your dial. Keep listening.
The Morning Connection is not your usual talk show. We aim to stimulate discussion and chart new paths to self-empowerment. So please join us, Minette and Percy, on The Morning Connection, Mondays to Thursdays, 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. on Best 100 FM.
Hey, hey, hey! Best 100 FM and the SOS Children's Village of Stony Hill presents an auction and telethon on June 23rd, 2022. You don't want to miss the sweet deals on designer vintage items, appliances, art pieces, and more. Go to our Instagram page at SOS_Village_auction and bid on your favorite items. That's SOS_Village_auction. Place as many bids as you can until June 23rd, the day of the event. Call us on the day to make pledges and other donations. Entertainment by the Morning Connection team. All proceeds will go to the SOS Children's Village of Stony Hill.
Easy! Let not your hearts be troubled. Just believe in God Almighty and daily renew the mind. As we live in this time when fake is more valued than real, lies prefer the truth, the unnatural put above the natural. This is Lady Donna, aka Double D Donna, with a new song, Almighty Jah, encouraging your people to keep the faith. God will make a way. Get your copy today. It's on all digital platforms. Lady Donna Official on Instagram, Facebook, AsujaRecords.com for bookings.